recording, and so is the recording. So I will start picking up from where we last left off. Last session, you found yourselves at the heart of a no-war camp, cutting through the savage followers of Inaghu. Following a fierce battle, you triumphed over a fiend of the Demon Lord himself, and from its remains, you claimed the Horn of Blasting into your arsenal. With that victory behind you, you focused on your next task, piercing together the vault key and using it to venture below the Chthonic lighthouse. Despite the dwarven warning etched into the stone at the entrance, you chose to press forward. Entering the depths of this vault, indeed, you stumbled upon the tragic remains of a deep gnome elemental mage. Her body cold and lifeless, clutching a journal that told the tale of her ambition and demise. Among her belongings, you uncovered books of lore, a shattered magical ring, and a spell gem capable of summoning an earth elemental. With the vault key assembled, you unlocked a sealed door deeper into the vault, and what lay behind it was no mere treasure, but an ancient powerful entity bound for millennia. Its black ice form looms before you now, crackling with energy. The icy air in the chamber grows colder with every passing second as it awakens from its slumber. How you proceed is up to you. Take it away, guys.
I was going to say, Gizmo, do you want to share your thoughts what we were just discussing?
I'm afraid that this is this creature has been here for a very long time, and if a mage that powerful, equipped with that kind of magic, was defeated so easily, I wonder if we shouldn't simply turn around and lock the door behind us.
You mean a
Yes.
gnome?
Yeah, her.
Didn't she die stepping on a glyph?
Yes.
She never even fought there.
If there's powers in these vaults, then we definitely need it. With the oncoming horde of the demons. As he's like trying to fight back, his urge is in getting distracted by the sounds of your blood pumping and all of that stuff. Expressing how we've made it this far. There's really no turning back now. Let me get my notes real quick. If Inagu was said to be in here, or anything of that, then let's rid it. Either bring the place down, cast it, or just tear it limb from limb.
The dead Noel say that they were afraid of him. They didn't want to be haunted for a change. Maybe we
If
could
this comes to a fight, maybe that horn that we got would be helpful. It seemed to be able to blast quite powerfully.
But we may also set him loose. He could keep the Underdark some time. Get rid of some of the Gnolls and what else.
Would you like to hold on to the horn?
Sure.
Eric will offer the horn.
I have the horn.
The orb that's in front of us, is this just like an orb that's just kind of like hanging out, or?
Floating about 3 feet off the ground above the icy steps, it's a sphere, crystal-like in its translucency, shimmering from within with a silent storm.
Question. Is he acknowledging us? Has he seen us?
It's one singular ocular can't really call it an organ, seems to be staring directly at you at the open entrance that you've opened, yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, there's your ticket right there. And then as he's pointing to the orb, seeing as it's like a, I don't know, like an activation or something of maybe what's to come. Being ice, there's a storm inside, putting 2d2 together maybe. All while he's kind of like talking, going back and forth and saying everything. You can just notice that Bazarok's breathing is becoming like very labored. Very deep breaths.
I mean, look at that thing over there. I mean, it's bound. What are we worried about? It's been bound all this time. What could go wrong?
I can ask him what he knows. He has been for ages here. Yeah. Something useful he could bring from past times.
Well, then get on with it. We're not doing anything here standing around.
Okay. I'll start approaching them. As I look at the orb, can I distinguish if there is any sort of trap on it? Like, it's gonna explode if I walk 5 feet next to it.
How do you wish to discern that? You're not
Trying
an
to see if
oracle,
there
you're
is-
not prescient, you can't tell the future. How do you wish to discern that?
Yeah, I wanna see like if there is any magical glyph or something around this area as I walk past.
Looking about, there is an aura to this object. It chills your skin, turns the water now glistening across your armor into this smooth rime surface.
Okay. Well,
And it's floating, you said, like 3 feet above the ground?
Yes.
How big is it, roughly?
Fist-sized?
Okay. I'll reach out with Mage Hand and see if I can move it.
Push, pull?
Just lightly from underneath, just see if it's mobile. If I can manipulate it, just kind of like lifting it maybe an inch or so.
It moves maybe a discernible inch or so from the place as you hold it up with your mage hand.
Well, I mean, so far so good. Does anyone know what this is?
Try
We'll
looking. Go ahead.
Will approach the floating orb, and without touching it, he will just lean as close as he can and inspect the surface, the look, any writings, markings, emblems, anything like that.
There's a lycanthrope
Investigation.
in your midst, scratches the ice there's passing by. Your nose, Gizmo, turns blue from the sheer freezing cold of this object, and as you investigate it further, your breath fogs, and as you wish to investigate it, recalling upon your Arcana knowledge? Go ahead and make me a DC 25 check. Being an exceptional, astute master of the arcane, you determine that this artifact, whatever it may be, is not of this age. The origins of which lie in the ancient empire of Netherese, as evident by the very subtle way the weave within flickers, shaping into these Netherese runes along the surface before dissipating into an ever-moving, blizzard shape.
So I will share with my party that this is a very ancient magic. This looks like it is crafted from by the Netherese. The secrets that they took with them, we seldom have all the answers to.
But you do. Having rolled so high, would you like the answer to what this object is precisely?
Sure.
You recall, as your character would, some readings done in the halls of Candlekeep about Netherese Mitharals. Mitharals are ancient magical devices created by the Netherese known for harnessing vast arcane energies. These artifacts, batteries as they were, often resembled intricate crystalline constructions, varying in size, were used to amplify spells and create magical barriers or even stabilize rifts between planes, or lift entire cities up. The origins of the original Mithrals, rather, were crafted using rare materials such as this, called Mithril crystals, enabling their wielders to tap into the very essence of the magic itself, the very essence of the weave, in a few even forbidden ways. As such, they have become highly sought after by artificers and scholars such as perhaps even yourself, aiming to recreate these legendary devices would be no small feat.
It is a very unique and highly prized item, an amplifier of sorts. No doubt it is instrumental in keeping this creature at bay.
Well, you two seem like you could benefit from it the most. Perhaps use it for one of your studies.
Isabel, isn't this exactly the kind of thing that you came down here looking for?
Yes, but I read that they were massive. I never expect for them to fit in your fist.
The object begins to drift past like a rope, closer toward the elemental, like a lure at the end of a rod.
I'll try to reach out with the mage hand and stop it from moving if possible.
It seems to consume your mage hand. The magic that makes up the cantrip just sort of fizzles into arcane mist and it gets absorbed into the artifact.
Well, shit.
Clank,
There it
look
goes.
up there and grab it. Gonna order Clank to run up and try to grab and restrain the item.
Clank's feet begin to grind across ice as he's pulled by the sheer force of this object, with the object clasping it, trying his hard to pull. You just hear this awful across the ice as he's getting dragged along, leaving tracks in his trail.
As
I'll try
Clank
and
is
help
being
him.
dragged, I'll approach the entity and shout at it. Like, how long have you been here?
Your words reverberate throughout this chamber, echoing to and through the sound of Clank's scraping feet. And as a lot of you attempt to try and get your footing on the slippery ice, you hear a deep rumble back, a deep rumble that shakes the very walls. Does any of you speak Terran? The language of Earth?
No.
Then the language to you sounds like grinding stones upon stones, shattering ice like sliding glaciers, sliding across the north. An ancient noise that suddenly makes jagged pillars of black ice erupt from behind you, from the ground, forming it this impenetrable wall that seals the only exit. Retreat is no longer an option. There's no turning back now. Quaking the ground, the elemental stirs at your words, and a frigid mist begins to swirl about it. It looks like a fight it is. Prepare yourselves as I ask everybody to roll initiative, please.
Sure.
Do we have Jim Jar and Glab in here or no? Did they get separated? I was just curious.
Do you want them in this?
I don't want to.
As
look
the
at
ice
Ginger today.
begins to form up, they have an opportunity. They're not. Ginger is still by the corpse, seeing to it. And Glab goes out, otherwise distracted as well. But should you call out to them, maybe they'll just make it.
I
The
will
ro-
call out to Glob.
Oh, poor
He makes
Glob's
it just
probably
in
gonna
time to
freeze.
squeeze through a narrow crevice formed by the ice as his form just squelches through. Jim Jar sprints forth. Do you stop? You call out for him to stop, to skid, as he makes for like a roguish roll forward.
I'll actually say for him to stay preparing, trying to spare him for maybe what's to come.
Beat your extra
I
intimidating
actually
presence,
like him.
or trying to save him. You snarl out a command for him to stop, and in that moment of doubt, he just skids for a second and then does a double take. But now it's too late, and you see through the translucent ice surface his face of shock as he presses both palms there. I want to know the way through. And he tries to look around. Meanwhile, Jimjar is stuck there. Globagul is here. Everybody else, roll initiative. Globagul rolled 0 initiative.
Nice.
Classic. Already his form begins to sort of stick at the bottom as he begins to freeze from bottom to top. Keeping moving. Just FYI guys, for the sake of this arena, the entire area of yonder and beyond is slippery ice. Does anybody need a reminder of how slippery ice works? Is that hazard, excuse me.
Yep.
Yeah, a reminder would be nice.
Yes, please.
It is difficult terrain. When a creature moves onto the slippery ice for the first time on a turn, must succeed on an easy dexterity acrobatics check, or else fall prone.
I'm sorry, you said a DC what?
Easy, as in 5.
Oh, an easy. Okay.
Does anybody else need to roll initiative at this point? Do we need to resolve anything?
I think everyone's in.
I will sort the initiative top to bottom then. And first rushing in after the orb is Eric to act as you see the elemental before you begins to crackle up with this energy and form a little orb of frost around itself and raising up 4 fists that hover in the air.
So Eric moves forward quickly and tries to grab onto this orb that's sort of floating away from them. Am I able to stop it from moving closer to the
If you succeed on
construct?
strength, and I'm supposing you're using a pool athletics check to try and grapple
Yep.
this orb in place. As it moves with surprising magnificent force toward the elemental. With a 27, you manage to clasp, holding the orb in place where it is, pulling with equal force against it, against the entire might of whatever the elemental is using to pull it toward itself.
Am I able to move and drag it with me, or is that too much?
It stays in place.
It stays in place.
You can
Okay.
maybe afford to move it like 5 feet this way, 5 feet this way if you really need to move it somewhere.
He's gonna try his best and drag it 5 feet with him. Just over here in this direction. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That is his turn.
Alrighty then. If that will be all, then as this first legendary action, the elemental points one open hand toward the group of you, and you see he begins to manifest a blizzard around you, deafening noise that manifests from a center and explodes outwards. And as it does so, a blinding snow assaults your eyes, and a deafening wind mutes all sound for a moment as all grows silent. This zone over here is a zone of silence. Self.
All right. Oh, fuck, what is that? I will back up, and seeing this grappling scenario going on right here, I will cast Web to try to slow this thing down and maybe root it in place. And I will put it between the orb and where it looked like it was heading. So maybe something like...
You enweb the orb.
Yeah. And like going back towards the where it was heading. Try to slow it down as well.
As you set a little web of your Ikari slime behind it, you can see whatever of the web spell does not latch onto surfaces and sort of begins to disintegrate into like raw mana. Instead, it becomes mist and absorbs into the orb. As you make your little Picasso drawing there, anything else on your turn?
I think that's gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be it for now, yeah.
Following your turn then, the elemental will go ahead and cite his second legendary action. Viewing the lot of you in a line, perfectly lined up, aren't you? With a sharp twist, Chardalyn-Heart summons jagged, glittering shards from the ground around it and launches them with the force of a catapult toward the bunch of you, each shard singing through the air as it collides onto the ground over yonder, hitting this mark. Everybody who are within these spikes, please make me a DC 17 dexterity saving throw as they come at you. Any creature in the space that fails the DC 17 dexterity saving throw receives 19 piercing damage and are impaled in place, effectively restrained. Otherwise, you dodge out of the way of the spikes entirely. That's not a great start.
I'd like to use my inspiration on this. 19's a lot for me. I try it again. Nope.
I'll use my inspiration for Gizmo. No, wait. I can't.
No.
Never mind. Oh, you guys have 13 temporary HP. Don't forget too.
Oh, good, good.
If you are impaled, please mark so on your token so I am aware. Otherwise, the Chardalyn-Heart elemental will take its turn. Restrained in place, it locks its eyes onto Eric. Eric, make me a concentration throw as its gaze, cold as it is, focuses upon you, and you feel yourself freezing up in place, and these black tendrils of black ice begin to sprout from the ground at your feet.
We don't have bless on us, right?
No.
No.
Right, that was left over from the last fight. Just double checking.
Yeah.
Focusing on the entity holding onto its orb, you manage to resist its petrifying gaze. It then sends its fist towards you.
Oh shit.
2 at Eric, 2 at
It's
Clank.
clobbering time.
Eric,
Oh my God,
26
dude.
and 23.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide
Hey,
whatever
hit.
fist comes with, because that's way too much to show every time I roll damage. Big fight. You're hit with 34 bludgeoning damage, but as the fists come hurling towards you, you notice something. Shaking off the worst of the impact. They land here. They land here. After hitting you. So as the elemental's icy fists detach with a thunderous crack, and with a thunderous crash, they slam onto the ground, shattering the ice beneath your feet. For a moment, the massive hand remains wedged, providing a makeshift wall of frozen debris as the creature strains to pull its fist free. For the sake of this combat, these fists are part of it and count for cover. The other two fists come sailing toward Clank for 20 and 21 to hit.
Both hit.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god.
38. He's down.
Why is Eric just chilling on my elemental?
Would he have the
I
13
was
too?
wondering about that.
Did we lose him? Yeah, I was gonna say too.
Fortunately, Clank acted as a sort of body shield for the worst of it landing on you as you begin to study how this creature fights. Isabel gets a turn.
Okay.
These over yonder, just to get for egg guys, count as total cover as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll scream to it in Primordial, like, oh, I thought you wanted freedom after this time. Yeah, I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding. And out of it, I'll bring a small gem that we found recently.
I asked you if anybody spells Terran, and you speak Primordial.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was different. Different dish.
You little
my
weenie.
God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the gem of Conjure Earth Elemental. And I think I have to roll an Arcana check, or I'm mistaken.
Let me check if the spell requires a verbal component, since you are in a zone of silence.
Okay. It does, but it's like summoning a scroll. I don't remember the rules of scrolls. But it's a good point.
Allows you to cast a spell without having to use up material components or spell slot. But if it's verbal or somatic, you still have to utilize that.
Okay.
They don't provide
Okay.
you free mana magic.
Okay.
If it's a scroll, do you have to make an Arcana check to the
If it's not
level
on
of
your
the
spell list and is not off a spell slot that you have, then it is higher magic than you're capable of casting right now. Therefore, you have to make an Arcana check. The DC of which is 10 plus whatever the spell's level is.
Okay. Okay. I'll Misty Step out of here, and
Good call.
like you see, I bring out the magical gum. I'm gonna defeat, like the crystals disappear along with me and reappear here. I'm gonna say. This
Excellent.
guy is coming.
Effectively unrestraining yourself from the spike as you wedge it out of yourself.
And that was my bonus action.
Misty Step is verbal.
Fuck! No, don't say that, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
It is.
Yeah, you're completely right. Let me get back to my spot. And
Back you go.
Oh boy, you're hurting.
yeah, that one, I didn't like that one.
Party learns real quick about prep before combat.
Yeah, this is how to say the
Is your-
revenge against the brain, the elder brain.
Is your little thing a creature? Like your
It's
pet?
it's an object.
Object.
It's
Not a
not a
creature.
creature. Yeah. Sorry guys, I forgot the silence.
It's alright.
There you go.
You didn't know where you were going into. It's almost like dwarves had a warning up front or something.
Yeah,
I
like those
know.
guys, like
We
They
tried to
overreact.
kill two of our guys. Don't go in.
oh my god, everything is verbal on this
Do
spell.
you want to give Badrak a turn while you're thinking?
Yes, please.
Okay.
for it.
Sorry.
I'm ready. Seeing as like Eric and Kling just being assaulted with these like spiky ice fists, the back line is just completely getting just eviscerated with these crystals. I'm like the only one who's coming out unscathed. Heartbeat is just pounding in my chest. And I'm gonna move. I think it's about 15 feet up here. I'm gonna take cover, and within my waistband, I'm gonna take out my revolver. And ooh, this is a good song too. And I'm gonna use the revolver of blasting, and I'm gonna use the fire against it. Hopefully, I can try to like melt something and just try to go for the center. As I'm just like heavy breathing, looking down the barrel, it's like, you know, double, triple barrels I'm looking at. It's like becoming just a nightmare for me. I'm gonna let off, I think it's 5 shots. And
At the elemental or if it's fists, I'm just...
at the elemental itself, the big creature.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit slow because I have my laptop right now. and
Bracing
it's just
yourself on the ice cover
chugging.
for some steadying. The ice beneath your paws already melting off as the gun turns red hot. You fire off your shots. Anything above a 14 will shatter through its black ice-like shell. Please roll me damage for anything above a 14. Or 14 itself.
A 14. Okay, I think it's 5. Okay, so let me double check. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 hits. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 21 damage of fire.
42.
Ooh, I will take it. As he shoots the pistol off and everything, he could still use it as a normal pistol, but his vision is just becoming so red and just jagged and black now. He's just going to drop the pistol where it's at. It's just no good to him anymore. Question, is any of this dim light, or is this all like normal, bright?
There is no light source around here except for the coming from the orb. Eric's sword is out, and the Chardalyn-Heart elemental at the center has this like magical aura that dimly illuminates the chamber here. Otherwise, anywhere that you can see that isn't... I'm gonna make it more obvious for you. 1 second. I'm gonna make it obvious for the Shadow Monk where shadows are. Does this help?
Sorta. It still is in the black areas that's covered by the cover.
It's anywhere outside of a 20-foot like radius from this creature is
Okay.
pretty much dim light or darker, and
Gotcha.
the orb shades in a similar aura around it.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know.
Mhm.
Then yeah, I'm gonna move just an extra 5 feet. That's all my movement.
Mhm.
Being slippery and everything. Bonus action? No, I don't think I have any right now. So,
Okay.
getting that off is gonna be enough for me.
For the sake of vision, you can peek around corners for information where you're standing. Right? You can just go like this
Yeah.
and go back. But this
Cool.
counts as like 3/4 cover. It is a large chunk of ice that you
Okay.
can look over. Otherwise,
Yeah.
chest high walls. Isabel,
Perfect.
did you decide on your turn?
Yeah, I read again. I thought it was a strength check. I'm gonna use my action to get out of here free. So I'm gonna grab like a batoon, electrical batoon, and start smashing the ice. As I pass next to my team members, we're gonna get some extra protection. So 1d8 plus 5.
The good news is this
Yes.
very powerful shouldering spike attack is it has no DC to escape. Just sacrifice your action.
So 12 temp HP to whoever needs them.
Nice.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna keep. Is this difficult terrain, Tom? Sorry, I forgot this part.
Yeah, the entire arena is just a DC 5 to move across without falling prone, but I'm rolling in the background so you guys don't have to worry about it. One less thing you guys
Okay.
have to worry about. Yeah, I'm just rolling d20s and I'm assuming that you have some dexterity modifier on top of it, so...
Okay, cool.
If ever I roll like a 4 or something, I'll call out, like, what's your dexterity modifier?
Okay, so
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do 6 instead. Okay, that's it.
The massive
Probably action
hands
number.
around Eric form a brief bulwark of jagged frost, giving the party another moment of reprieve from the enemy. Reprieve from the elemental's restless onslaught, so to speak, as it continues to pull at the hands, trying to wedge them free. We have then Gizmo's turn.
Okay, so I'm impaled here, and you said that's there's no DC to break free. There's just
No, a creature can use its action to remove itself,
action.
or a creature can, or a creature within reach. So you can help each other if need be.
Okay. I will try to move out of this then. I'll have to sacrifice my action. And 5, 10 is going to be about my maximum movement because it's difficult terrain. And once I am out, yeah, then I have a bonus action. Do I want to use it?
What the fuck's playing right now?
I know. Yeah, I'm listening to it.
I thought we were good back then, but that was just distracting because he went so quiet.
I know.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it. No, my bonus action would have been to command Clank, I guess. I can't. He's down. I'm done. That's it for me.
Okay, he died a hero for now. We will repair him. As Lavagul looks between trapped Jimjar and an impaled self, he begins to sort of lithe himself across the ice in your direction yourself, and will use his action to free you. Yeah, and he moves up those spikes and gets you out there.
Lubricate the spikes, Glabagul. Good, good.
What's the plan?
Yes, we must destroy this elemental.
I'm on it. He used up his action and doesn't have a bonus action to dash or anything, so there he remains for now. As we have Eric's turn at the top of initiative. As you see each fist around you at the top of the round just wedge itself out and sails. Yeah. Go for it.
Eric, still.
Third week in a row, man.
Eric?
Like, you need to fix your connection or mic or something.
Oh my gosh, it was working fine until now.
Just put it like closer to your mouth. I think it's got to be something with like picking up
The
your voice.
Thresher, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me fine now?
Yeah.
So Eric on his turn is just gonna move 5 feet back. Still grappling with the orb that's floating towards the thing. He's not letting it go. Can I use my action to move another 5 feet with this thing?
Yeah. Sure.
Great. He's gonna.
You're like a fucking gremlin with that thing.
Gonna move another. He moves another
What's the goal
5 feet
with
with
this
the orb
thing?
behind this wall of ice, and I don't know. Now that I'm outside of the silence, I'm gonna yell at Gizmo and ask him, why does the elemental want this thing? What does it do? No.
It's a valuable. It's probably the key to his prison.
There's no
So
there's no orb of silence anymore, by the way. You dropped the concentration from those strikes. The
Hell yeah.
flame, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Does that change your turn somehow?
You mentioned that the wedged hands come out of the ground.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. He's Okay, so he's not gonna use his action to dash then if the silence isn't there anymore.
Good.
He only moves the 5 feet to get behind the wall that was right next to him.
Mhm.
He's gonna use his action to drink a potion of greater healing, and he's gonna fall prone.
Falling prone, steadying yourself on the cold embrace of the ice, giving turn to self as you hear a pummeling of impacting fists. How many can I make? I did not give it that legendary action, so I'm gonna go with forthwith. It cannot do that then. What do I have? I have this. As something impacts on the cover behind you there, Eric, you feel... Oh, no. I'm sorry, I'm learning my own fight here, guys. I apologize.
That's okay, man.
I did not make cover within range on purpose. That's correct. You are safe. I'm just revealing his abilities. I'm gonna say it just does that because it can. A blast of cold air emanates from his chest in a cone forward, and all this forceful wind just shudders the ice in a wave, and you just hear the of like shrapnel, like ice, embed itself in the just as you dive for cover. Flavor, cool.
Yeah,
Self.
I love
Right.
that song too.
So, slip sliding along on Globagul's lube. I'm gonna move forward, and I'm going to pull out the broken hilt of a sword pointed at him and cast Hexblade's Curse on the elemental. That's a bonus action, and then for my action, I will. The fist went down below, like right into the ice. Is that correct?
It embedded itself like a meteor strike into the ice. Yes.
Oh, that makes things difficult. Okay. Yeah, in that case, I will. I'll cast Bless at 2nd level. I'll hit myself, Bazarak, Lorian, and Gizmo.
Casted. Oh, you're a warlock. Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice. Yellow for bliss.
Okay. And then I will, let's see, how much more movement do I have? Can I get over here? Is that cover right there if I stand there?
If you move there and you can't see the elemental, it can't see you. Like playing hide and seek when you're a child.
I think that's the case, but
Sure.
you know, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move up into that area. That seems like a better idea, and that'll be my turn.
The map is very well made. These icicles are walls, so
Right.
Cool. As you brace yourself. Anybody exposed? I'm checking my vision as well. Bear with me. I cannot attack what I cannot see. It's not often I actually have vision monsters. But this... Gabagool. Oh, Gabagool.
Oh no!
That's
No!
fine. My boy can tank it. Another barrage of icicles comes bearing down on Gabagool, just missing Eric as it sort of manifests over yonder. And go ahead and put it on the token layer. I'm gonna say that just misses Eric because you're just out of sight of this thing at that angle. Gabagool makes me a DC 17 dexterity saving throw, or else get impaled by these spikes. He does not have a great dexterity, but there's always a chance. One it is. Gabagool suffers a total of 27 piercing damage. Does he have any resistances to piercing? Let me double check that. I haven't played an ooze in a while. Glabagooz does not have any resistances, unfortunately. So he takes full damage for that. Mostly harmless. He's a stocky built fella, but he is nonetheless momentarily impaled in place, as he will have to get himself out of there. That's the end of my legendary action, as I then have the Chardalyn-Heart just pummel the covers. With a deep grinding roar, the elemental hurls its frozen fist, sending it crashing down onto the cover with enough force to rattle the very ground. Clouds of frost billow from the impact like winter storms, as I have two fists hit this cover, and to the left and one to the right. Nobody is within range of his petrifying gaze, unfortunately, not even Gabagool where it stands. So no petrifying gaze as I give Isabel her turn, as the covers get pummeled.
Okay, knowing that the Mitrala is an amplifier, is it possible to cast a spell with extra effects if I try to use it in
You
some
can
way?
certainly try.
Okay. So, using what I have learned, the little of it, I try to, put like my gun next to it, and with it aim to the fire elemental and shoot. Let's see if something. Or do I don't have vision here, right? Yeah. Is this spikes permanent or they disappear? Really, like, if I step over them, do I get damage?
You don't get damaged. You can step over them. They're just there to indicate that they're there.
Okay.
I like alternating my map throughout the fight.
Okay. So. Firebolt. Not one, obviously.
So very similar to how Phases reacts around your spells, the gun fires off, and the Arcana that surrounds it to give you that extra damage sizzles and incinerate bullet. It is so amplified that it burnt a bullet midair before it even reaches its target.
Okay, that's my action. No bonus actions. Oh well, no, I'm lying. Yeah, Atlas is gonna fly to my friendly Claps and give him some 10 HP because that boy is gonna need it. 6 plus 5, 11.
As the fists impact against the cover and embed themselves in the walls of Yunter. Bajarak, your cover has been decimated.
Oh no. That's fine. I was ready for it.
What do we have next? Bajarak.
Yeah, that's me. As my cover is getting blown out and I'm just kind of dodging the icicles and everything, movement's getting a little bit swifter. Looking to the rest of the group and seeing that their cover's about to get decimated, I call out to them. Keep the fist. Keep them busy. I'll take them head on. And he's going to actually take a swig of his potion that he has as an action, the Potion of Fire Breathing. And as he does that, excuse me, I am using a trackpad. 15, I can move 20 feet.
Just so you know, the fist also counts as part of the creature.
Never mind then. I totally remember that now. As I do that,
I don't know how there's like a non-meta way for me to tell you that. It's just part of the mechanic of the fight.
No. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So I'm gonna chug that, and then I'm going to go with a fire breath attack. Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Potion of fire breath. He needs to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity is not its strength. With a modifier 0, roll a 13.
Nah, you know what? I want an inspiration it.
To make me reroll?
Never mind. It's a skill check. No, don't. It's fine. It is what it is.
Saving throw. Yeah.
Okay. Since it can't do that. Ooh, fuck. Kind of screwed.
Fire breath still deals half damage on a miss, right?
Sorry, my computer is just chugging.
I can look it up
right
for you,
now.
I think it does.
No, I have it. It's it takes 46 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. So
just roll me the damage.
Yep. So let's do 46. Half of 14, 7.
And then 14 again because vulnerability.
Yep, correct.
Nice.
As I do that, I'm just gonna move. I think this is like.
Guys, watch me
Can't see.
make his computer fucking shit itself.
No, stop! It's already on fire. Okay, I'm gonna move an additional 10 feet right there. I have to put my finger on the screen and
You get
move my
I
token.
can make grid.
No, I'm okay. No. I like
Okay.
the map. It's very pretty.
very
I'm
pretty.
good there. That's everything.
Incarnate. Sounds good. At the end of its turn, since you're in the open and risking it, brave boy, did I use a legendary action this turn? I don't think so. I did. Barrage. Barrage is up around. So I don't have 3 actions. That's okay. Are you within 30 feet of my creature? You are just.
Yep.
As this core begins to glow, this bright cyan and a frosting rime begins to form around the central crystal of his chest. It's gonna go ahead and Chardalyn pulse towards you, throwing your magic back at you. Being an authorized artifact, it does that. Gonna make me a DC 17 Constitution saving throw against the cold blast coming your way, as it deals 6 plus. How much damage do you deal? 14, half of which is 7. Stored energy. For a total of 13 damage, unless you have resist cold or force in any sort of way.
No,
Or
but
half.
I made the save.
So 6 is what you take. A combination of cold and force blasts your way a small amount. You haven't fed much of it, magic into it, as it then begins to lose its glow and it charges within. That's the end of its legendary action, giving Gizmo his turn. For the sake of cleanliness of map, I'll just remove these as they melt into the ground.
Right, so Gizmo is going to he's going to use his bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet, which is going to put him over here.
I do enjoy the fact that Artificer uses Clank as a body shield forefront, just like test for traps, grab the orb. I think everything gets smashed.
That's smart.
Yeah, it is, because I would have been Gizmo otherwise.
And then he's going to shout out to Isabel, "You need to use the horn on it." And Gizmo will take one knee and fire off his crossbow 2 times at the creature.
Aim true. Against intellectual 20. Let's go. Both hit.
Nice.
For 9 and 14, so 23.
Nice. And these are like enchanted bolts, correct?
Yep, magical energy. Yep.
23 damage dealt to the mighty creature. You're chinking away pieces of it, but it doesn't seem to shrug much at your blows. This is a hefty, ancient construct before you. A mighty foe indeed. Do you remain in the open?
Well, I have movement left, but it's only 12 and a half feet because of my size. But I will take it, and I will move that much further. Oop. Sorry. That much further away to this direction.
No, move toward me, says Glabagul.
That will be the turn.
Okay, Glabagul, restrained, is going to go ahead and use his action to restrain himself and use his movement to get toward Gizmo. Try to get there just in time, but he's slow, he's an ooze, he doesn't serve as cover from this distance. I'm taking my legendary action at the bottom of the round. Last one. Alright, I use my Barrage, I use my Chardalyn Pulse. Yeah. Another Orb of Silence manifests around this cover area. I'm going to draw the circle in just a moment, as we have top of initiative. The fists retreat to surround its owner. As we have then Eric take his turn. You are within an aura of silence.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna... Going into my bag, I'm gonna take out one of the tall mushrooms from the Alice in Wonderland journey and eat it, becoming enlarged. And while enlarged and everything I have on me is enlarged, I'm gonna... Still wrestling with this orb, I'm gonna force this thing into my backpack. Zip that shit closed. I imagine all of this would take like an action.
Sure. Like, object interact action you get for free, like opening your bag, contributing from bag, fine. But then, like, consuming mushroom is like ingesting a potion. It's a bonus action, so you still have your action left.
Thank you.
Yep.
So now with this orb in my backpack, Eric is sized large. Eric is going to alley-oop over this. Can I standing up and alley-oop over this thing? Can I do that?
Yeah.
How high actually is it?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
That was half his movement to stand up. 5 feet forward. Another 10 feet.
Now, do you land on your feet? You do.
He goes here.
Alley-oop.
Alley-oop.
Face plants. Alrighty then. Blessed.
Action.
Enlarged.
With his action, actually, he will dash.
Sounds good. Skidding across the ice, hopping above the cracks toward the shuttle, and you can hear and feel a humming buzz in the air as you enter, almost like a not radioactive aura per se, but there certainly is a sizzling energy to the air here that forms a rubbing frost across whatever armor you're wearing. But the Sun Sword's light holds true as you bring the sun to winter itself.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty then. At the end of your turn, you see the shell around the elemental shudder as something begins to happen with a flare. The core flares wildly, its crystalline body trembling as arcs of energy lash out from within, and the air thickens with frigid tension as it prepares to unleash a catastrophic surge of freezing power. It's charging up an ability. Self, your turn.
Okay, so this area up here, does that look like something that I could climb up to and, like shoot from, or is it, granted,
you
it's
can
ice,
attempt
so-
to climb to the top of that, yes, with like a athletics check to just like hold on, maintain grip, not slip. It is climbing ice after all, unless you have some sort of a climbing
Yeah.
kit or climbing speed.
Probably not a great idea. So I will pop over. I can't grab I think there's whatever is called cover on here. I can't click my token, but I'll move over to the side.
I
of
apologize. Let me fix that. Hop on now.
Okay. Yeah. So I will pop over to the side of the silence. Looking at this situation, I will then. If I teleport 30 feet here, I'm gonna have to do this blind. 30 feet here, pop out from behind Glob, and take 2 Eldritch Blasts at the big bad. So
That's
that
good.
would
And
be-
Glabagul is acting as mobile cover for you. You are behind total cover while behind Glabagul.
Okay, here we go.
He is destructible though, as
Hell yeah.
both hit.
First one is going to be 14. Second one is going to be... Oh, that's disappointing. I rolled double ones. Okay, it is what it is. And then I will take cover behind Glob.
You guys see the names of things I add to initiative roll, by the way? Or just the score?
I see top of initiative, retrieve hands, and implode.
Implode.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Then force damage, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Double ones on D10s, that's rough.
It is. Alrighty then, using Glabagul as cover. It absorbs half the damage dealt to it into itself, into its core, storing that energy within. So half of 24 is 12. Stacking your magical energy into it, ready to unleash it upon you as it continues to charge. It has no legendary actions, it uses its entire legendary action just for this one magnificent blast coming to your way. Isabel. Sorry, I'm just skipping its turn for whatever reason. Chardalyn-Heart Elemental will actually take its turn to lock Eric in place right beside it. Eric, it's another Constitution saving throw, DC 17, against the effects of a petrifying stare, as black ice begins to engulf you, as it begins to... Yep. So you're restrained, and you will have to make me the same save at the end of your next turn. Of your next turn, at the end of your next turn. Restrained. Let's put blue on you for ice. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and throw fists at Eric, and then one at Badrak and one at Glabagul. 2 at Eric.
Yeah.
23 hits. 17 bludgeoning damage. One at
Oh,
Badgerak
goddamn.
comes flying for 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Embedding stuff right in front of you, hitting for a massive 19 damage.
Yikes.
And another thrust comes hurling toward Glabagul, embedding stuff in the ice in front of it for 15 to hit against his measly armor class of 6 for 23 damage. Like shredding jelly. Parts of him come flying as Isabel, you take your turn.
Okay. 7, 15. Okay, I can make it. Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the silence cone. I cannot do that.
And let me just roll. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I have a lot to handle here. 24 damage dealt to it last turn. Concentration check for silence. 17 beats DC of 12. Go for it.
Okay. So I move. I'm gonna give 10 HP to the people that is 10 feet next to me.
Glabagul included, third 12. Yep.
Yes. So 9 on this one. Yeah, this time I'm gonna grab again the gem. And I'm gonna put it on my hand on the ground. I'm trying to call something from beyond. I'm gonna use Conjure Elemental. Air Elemental, if I remember. And I think I have to roll I don't have a level 5
Are you
spell
using
slot,
the
so
gem
I'm
you
gonna
picked up
kinda-
from the gnome, right?
Yes.
Placing it on the ground, you summon a earth elemental. It is what the spell stores.
Oh, okay. I don't have to do the check. Okay. It appears
You
90
do have to
feet.
pick the check, but it is earth.
Okay, yeah.
It's a spell gem made by the Deep Gnomes. It's a specific spell that she imbued it with.
Yeah, I get that. It was an air element. Okay.
No problem. So
let's
DC
do the check.
15 Arcana check from you.
Yeah.
As you call forth, this elemental servant to your aid, the ice and earth beneath you assembling itself into a frosty little guy. Earth elemental. Let me give you control of his token too. For now. Repress.
now.
Yeah. Earth elemental. Let's use the legacy sheet. I don't want to use the new sheets for you. It's gonna be too confusing. And then in players journal, all players. Ooh, this little yeti of an elemental, and then control to Isabel. You should be able to shift double click that token as it manifests besides you. I'm sorry, I have to manifest somewhere where it has space. So either here or here, your choice. But
Okay. I'm trying to open. It's opening. So he can
This is
move through
one-
non-magical terrain.
one beefy boy, 17 armor class, 126 HP.
Oh my god. Get him
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. And you see, like, he gets underground and the ground starts, like, rumbling and moving as I really summon him here. Let me know if he can be summoned here. 90 feet.
It's within a point, right?
Yeah.
Within range of 90 feet. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, he appeared next to me, but then he burrows and appears next
Yeah,
to
just
us.
earth flies forth, manifesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I started doing what earth elementals do. Both fists slamming to the top of the hand.
For the sake of sanity, I'll have its initiative be shared with yours.
Okay. 23, 13, and 23. Does any of them hit?
23 hits.
Oh, 23.
Slamming into the elemental, one rock body into another.
20 bludgeoning damage.
Does it have reach on its slam attacks?
I don't think so.
Should say the reach.
Reach 10. Yes.
Yeah,
it
cool.
does.
So you can hit melee strikes from. It won't let me move him. Why? Rude. Because in your control, it won't let me move him. That was weird. It can strike from here. Cool. So 20 to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. And bonus actions, movement, that's it.
So, just so you're aware how this spell works, you are holding the concentration. It is a concentration spell. Am I correct about this, guys? Even with spell scrolls, you still maintain concentration. It's not like you get
Yeah,
it
if it has
for
a
free.
concentration element, then yeah, you definitely, I think you do.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you drop concentration, I'm rolling for it.
He goes crazy.
Right, I'm rolling for it to go mad. So with that being said, I'm going to give Bazrak its turn as the elemental continues to charge up its core. Something big is coming, and you're all in the open for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Seeing where this fist is, and at least knowing I can damage it, Bazrak is just getting super amped up now, just getting that blood surge going. Just talking shit on the dwarves before who couldn't handle him. I'm Dwagar. I can handle this. Just like pumping his chest.
No shield move.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go. Man, this is just lagging. But I am gonna do one attack, or let's do 2 unarmed strikes, because they are bludgeoning. I don't know if that matters or not against the ice.
And just so you know, while this
Normal.
also counts as part of Gashir, it also counts as total cover for you from this.
I'll take it.
It's a very funny situation you find yourself in.
So let's do 1, 2. Let me move my thing so I can see what I did.
12 plus 3 hits,
13. Okay, cool.
and your attacks are
And-
magical in nature.
Cool. Yes, they are magical.
Necrotic.
So he does take 6 bludgeoning. The necrotic comes from the grasp of avarice that I have.
Nice.
And then so I am gonna regain 6 health points from that. But I'll do that in a sec.
We renamed something Grasp of Avarice. Was it Tattoo or something else?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was the feat.
I
It was
remember now.
the
Yeah, I
other
remember
one.
now.
Yeah, so we just did the so we did
Cool.
that. And then as a bonus action, I am going to use the flame breath one more time on that. So he has to make a DC 13 dexterity.
Can fist dodge? It cannot.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's lodged in. It's part of its mechanic. It has no way to dodge out of the way. So just deal damage. Trust me, you need this.
Okay.
This thing is a fucking honker for HP.
Yeah, that's why I'm just trying to do all the fire right now. So 4.
Interestingly
4.
enough, elementals don't have immunity to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Spicy. 17 times 2 is 34, I believe. Yes.
So 34.
34. And I'm pretty sure I dropped concentration on stats regardless.
You just see his maw just dripping with like flame. It's just ichor. It's just hitting the ice. It's just steaming right underneath him. And it's just like lava. Just kind of just keeps constantly pouring from his mouth after he consumed that potion.
Sick.
But seeing the recent trend and what's happening, he is going to move back if this is cover. And he's going to call out because I have 20 feet of movement. That lands me perfectly, just in case.
Into the silence.
I'll take it.
I got dealt 34 damage and I held on to a silence spell. Natural 20 concentration.
Motherfucker.
Concentration.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. This right here. And yeah, after that, that's going to be my turn. He just slides into place thematically, and then just kind of retreats, or tells everyone to retreat, like as he's charging up his Super Saiyan cannon.
With that echoing command, echoing across the ice, Gizmo, you hear it. You see the Titans clashing ahead. The Chardalyn-Heart elemental still charging up that massive ability. It's coming your way. What do you do?
Coming my way, and my little legs on difficult terrain are not going to do so well. I'm going to fire off 2 shots, and then try to get out of the way as best I can. So let's
Remember, the
take my 2
Glabagool
shots.
is total cover for the sake of this. Both shots hit, though.
Nice. and that's going to be for
17.
17. And so my half is 12 and a half.
Are you diving into
Let's see,
Glumagul?
15 could make it. 10 would not. So I'm trying to actually get kind of behind the fist if I can, but looks like I might be a little short. Oh,
You are small.
You are size
creature,
small,
so
he
you
is
can
size
share.
large. You can share space, yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly
can only
enough,
go
because
this far.
even though ooze cubes do occupy their entire space, Glabagul is a friendly creature. If he was a foe, that would be getting engulfed, but you can share space. Scooch in.
Tom, don't do it, man. Glabs is the only source of joy in here, please.
Just eats Gizmo.
I'm hiding behind the fist up next to Glabagul.
I can even go like this. Glabagul still has his action. Can I engulf a fist? I can. I can engulf a fist, and then you can step behind Glabagul as he pushes you out.
But does it like hurt him when it rips out of him, forcefully?
Huh?
If he,
Yeah,
you know, like okay.
it doesn't deal. I didn't have to deal damage on the way back. Thematically, it might, but I'm not gonna actually take off HP off this guy.
Yeah.
Because
That's
otherwise,
fine.
I'm
I was
giving
just curious.
myself 8 attacks per turn. Imagine.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I just want to be thematic about this. Is Glabagul just going off engulfs thing and provides cover for his allies. He's gonna go ahead and deal damage to the Chardalyn-Heart. Just so Glabagul is not useless this fight. Engulf. And our dodge deals 2d6 acid damage to the elemental for a total of 8, almost max.
Is the hand
Oh.
restrained?
It's sharing space with a creature. I mean, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make him roll. Why not? It's part of a creature. I'm gonna make the elemental roll to unrestrain his one hand. Make Glabagul actually useful if he survives this. That is the thing, because as he's providing total cover to his allies, he's under brunt of all this. Alrighty then. In a sudden display of fury, the elemental core swells and explodes in a burst of cold and crystal, sending shards flying in all directions. This is a legendary action at the end of turn, overloading Nova. Each creature within 120 feet of the elemental that isn't behind total cover must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw, or take 26 cold damage plus the force equal to the total damage absorbed, for a total of 26 plus 12. You guys not throw many spells at it for 38 damage altogether. That is the rock and ice elemental rolling that save. That makes sense. Taking that total 38 damage.
I'm not behind.
You are.
I'm not behind total cover behind it. Oh, I am? Thank goodness.
You are. The fist crushing before you sort of formed a ice shield of sorts as the impact arcing upwards before you. Taking damage provides you cover. Glabagul rules me the dexterity saving throw. I don't think he's gonna succeed on the 17 unless he rolls a natural 20, not even then.
Is Glob behind the Earth Elemental?
There are Are you not total cover actually? Not total cover. I'll explain why. Because two medium-sized creatures, right, standing in a line. You're aiming at the one right behind them. That creature in the back might have half cover, benefiting from a creature in front of it, but not total cover. Same principle. Two large creatures in front of one another.
I tried Glob.
You tried. 38 damage. How much damage? Glabagul just looks back at Gizmo and Self. Brace! As the fucking shockwave hits him, freezes him in place, and shatters him. He had 34 HP. No! He had bonus HP from Atlas. Oh, fuck! That saved him.
Yeah, he's got 13.
That saved him. So
Oh
34
my
plus 12. Yeah, that saved him. He has 46 health altogether. 46 minus what I dealt. 38? Yes,
38,
just
with
enough.
8.
Wow, go on, surprise.
With 8 HP. Just looking
Get
at
that
you like,
boy
what
on.
happened?
Get that
You
boy
will
on
see
the
grass,
stretcher.
man.
Oofy, oofsy poofsy. Alright, nearly frozen in place, the implosion takes place as we are on top of the hands retreat, and Eric takes his turn.
Tom,
I roll
You roll!
the con save for restraint at the end of my turn.
Nice. Is that
I'm
the-
sorry for the paralyzing gaze thing, petrifying gaze. That's at the end of my turn.
End of turn, yeah.
You get a D4 on that too.
Okay. I'm just going to attack the hands right in front of me. The one to the right.
I was like, I'm missing a hand. Where is it? And I'm like, oh yeah, Glabagool being a champion.
He's holding on to it.
I actually have a chance of not triggering my hand here if I roll 12 or below, and I don't have a modifier. He keeps the hand!
Nice.
15 plus 2 hits. As the radiant sun damage singes through, burning the ice form of this elemental, dealing a total of 40 damage with the first strike. And a total of 30 with a second. With each strike, the core flares up, losing that charge seeping out. They are kind of out of it as the hands begin to lower themselves, losing their flotation. You have second wind there for 11 healing points as we give turn to self.
Alright, so this fist inside Globagool is restrained, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to take 2 shots at it. So that's going to be a 23 for the first one.
Yep.
And a 22 for the second one.
Both hit.
I actually roll. Okay. That's going to be... Oh, good. 18 on the first one and a 10 on the second. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm going to quicken spell and I'm going to hit him again. So that's going to be a... Wait, hold on. 25. What did I roll on that? The 16. Damn. And then the second one is a... Oh, so close to a crit. Okay. That's going to be 14 on the first and 15 on the second.
As 4 infernal bolts sailed at fist, chipping it to a minute size, just small enough for Glabagool to wield now as a hand. Nice.
That'll be my turn.
Alrighty then. A second barrage of spikes comes hurling from the elemental and is just arcs from the back to the front and sends them hurling in a line. This is going to be a vertical line. Let me see here. That is 30 feet across. I can do this.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So, what is that? To the back, it's gonna be Gizmo, Self, and Isabel. DC 17, the saving throws. Save or suck. Save and you suck
down.
nothing.
Ah, say or suck? Okay. Then
Yeah.
Let me check.
Oh yeah, always a chance.
Don't forget, you get the D4 on this, guys. Oh, not Isabel,
Not me.
unfortunately.
Isabel is down by the spikes, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
Oh, even with the D4, that made 16.
Oh, how much?
So
16. One off. One off. You have an inspiration to use by chance? You have an actual 20 in there.
Yeah, well, kind of cheating to have rolled it already, but I do have an inspiration. I'll roll it again.
It's not cheat. Why is it cheating? That's what it's for.
Because I already know the roll.
Well, then roll single rolls, but like you're still
Yeah, I'll
using.
burn my-
It's not cheating because you're using resources. That's the way I see it. Oh, you know what happened when Isabel went down?
Yes, I told you before. We have a new
Yeah.
enemy. Or he may attack, you know? He may.
I have to roll
He
for
may
it.
not
Oh
be angry.
shit!
He may not be angry.
It's clobbering time, Eric.
I just didn't want to let Glaps die, okay? But I take it back, guys. I take it back.
Isabel took my horn.
Gizmo, do you
Enemy.
get inspiration or not inspiration? Do you get advantage on your save against magic attacks or something? For being a gnome?
Yeah, you should have something like that. You
I do
Inti-
have advantage against magic on my saving throws. You're right,
Oh, but it's not dexterity. Okay.
but yeah,
It's against magic. Yeah.
against magic. So I don't know.
Shame
if
he's not a
that's-
barbarian. Then it would have been like that advantage. That's okay. It just proves the lethality of this creature. I think he's still up though. How much HP do you have? 20 after 29 piercing damage.
Oh yeah, I'm still after 29.
You had some temp HP too, I think, right?
12, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
that
the
spent?
I had temp HP that got eaten up, and then I'm down for another. What he said, 29.
29 was the damage dealt by these piercing spikes.
29
Oof.
leaves me with. That can't be right.
While you're figuring it out, gonna go with the Chardalyn-Heart Elemental's turn, as it's gonna go ahead and attempt to. You cannot petrify a fellow elemental, and it's just Eric at the front there. Nobody else is within ranges. Badrock has become behind cover. I have to roll this still. 1d6. Well, hold on. He does not get it back, so he doesn't get it. Still recharging, still reeling from all the attacks, and still recharging all of its ability after that mighty blast of energy that has consumed the entire arena, still dissipating, still smoking that arcane science smoke around it. It just throws its hands to it. Eric, one other elemental before it. Eric both missed. Elemental gets bludgeoned for 17 damage and is too occupied by fighting this elemental to really concentrate itself onto you. So they clash like two kaijus in the middle of the battlefield as we then have Bajorek's turn take place. Gizmo, you still up?
I'm still up. I have 18 hit points.
So Bajorek.
Yeah,
Just seeing Isabel fall, Gizmo just bloodied, and Self just kind of being stepping around the icicles and everything because he missed it. He's just gonna reach over and be like, "Pat yourselves up," and I am going to go help Eric. And give me once. Ooh, fuck! This is just a little laggy.
Just a little bit.
45. Okay. So, I'm going to action dash. Because I want my bonus action. Oh my god. My computer's crying right now. It's moving my token.
Welcome,
It's
bud.
just... yeah, welcome to the club.
Just describe your action while you do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So as I'm running around the corner and everything, the maw is still dripping with flame. Just like droplets behind me still melting, just a little pathway that I'm taking. And as I get there, use my action, used all my movement, and I'm going to use my last flame breath on the fist closest to Eric, because I know it'll save. It can't save against that DC.
Stuck as it is before him, yeah.
And I will do 4d6 again of flame.
Acting in tandem with Eric
22.
as the Radiant Sword sings through the air, you let out your fiery breath, dealing a total of 22 damage at the creature. And as the fist collapses on the ground and shatters, forming almost like a staircase toward the core of this creature, Do you want to do this?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Okay.
As the smoke is just kind of dissipating from his mouth, black smoke comes out because that was his last use of it. He's just gonna just run up the staircase, kind of uses Eric as a little bit of leverage with like a little bit of a bump in his shoulder to get some, extra oomph in it. And he's just gonna open up his like mouth, like his gaping maw. All the smoke is billowing out of it, gets lost in the smoke, and he just bites down on like the metal shard that's in his chest.
And shatters it. And with that, from the inside out, the beam begins to collapse onto itself like a black hole, consuming its sheer mass. And it collapses inwards and is destroyed. You are rendered victorious.
Hell yeah, buddies.
Now, the elemental remaining, it says, becomes hostile, may attack. The only reason I could see it attacking is if you attacked it in return, trying to subdue it somehow, keep it in service. Otherwise, it wishes to return to its home plane.
I don't see a reason for us to do that, but does anyone want to make a slave? Duegar.
I mean, hey. We could put bodies to use.
If only had like elemental shackles. Something
I
to
know.
restrain it.
I mean, we haven't actually openly attacked it or anything, so I would say, I don't know.
If you
He's free to be.
make gestures that you do intend no harm, it will not fight to destroy itself. It will not go on a suicidal mission to fight. It wants to live. It wants to keep existing and return home. It does not want to be made into a slave, a servant to fight another one of its kind, another elemental, doesn't matter Nephalese or otherwise. But it does not want to be destroyed here either. You can sense this with its gaze, narratively.
I mean, it looks like a very strong creature. Reaching over to Eric, looking over to Eric. We might need him for what's to come. You still have the shackles.
Isabel, roll me a
Yes.
death saving
Or
throw.
the-
You
whatever
want
it
to
is.
try Mac? You want
No,
to
no,
try
not it. No, I'm talking about it. You might need it for me.
Oh, yes, I still have them.
Jim Jar comes shuffling out of the gate as the ice begins to melt, as the Chardalyn-Heart's magic begins to dissipate. Looks down at the impaled, almost corpse of Isabel. What'd you roll there on your death save?
My birdie thing survived, so he's giving me a healing potion into the heart.
It's an adrenaline shot right into your heart, like in Pulp Fiction.
Exactly.
You want me to stab her 3 times?
Do it.
To be sure. To be sure.
Are you stabilized, or do you come back with like 1 health?
No, 6 HP. I
Oh,
drink
okay.
a healing potion, literally.
Looking at the battlefield too, and slowly walking back, coming back here, looking over to Gizmo. Sorry about your friend, mate, but he took a brunt of the force. Could have been any of us. He did his duty.
And it is unfortunate so many of us were hurt so badly. Gabagool, are you alright?
I'm cold. So cold.
Cold.
I can see the light. Turn off the light. I want to take a nap. Check this out. And he like offers you a look at his rad new fist that is still holding the dagger you gifted him. We are heroes.
Yes,
gauntlet, bro.
Gabagool, good. And then I'm gonna give him like a little dab. I'm gonna like fist bump him. Yes, excellent, Glabagool. You grow stronger. How's he looking? Is he like?
He's looking like he has 8 out of 84 HP left. Like, he's looking rough.
Like really bad, yeah.
He's barely holding up his form. He has like icicles growing from his edges. One eye is like half open.
Right, you just need to walk it off. You'll be fine, Glabagool. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to warm him up a little bit. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, all better.
You'll be fine. Yes.
Are you? He points with a fist toward a giant ancient Tetheri's elemental collapsed in the center of the room. Are you gonna finish that?
Let's take a look at it before you.
Are you asking to eat it?
Forbidden popsicle.
Forbidden popsicle.
The ultimate popsicle.
Hang on, Glabagool. Let's take a look at it first. And the rest of this place.
Sorry,
In
guys.
the meantime,
I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second.
Sure.
did the like chains that was binding the elemental like break or anything, or like was I meant to ask this earlier? Was he hoisted into the air and just like elevated?
He
like
was.
kind of
The chains are embedded into his body. It's spiked into it, so he's still like the fists have fallen off the ground around him, and it's just the core center and the head just bobbing down like this as he's like held slack in his chance, like a giant boulder. There's a little bit of space between him and the eyes below him. Below it.
Okay.
We need to find a safe place to rest. Is there anything we need to do here before we get out of this frozen room?
Yes, we need to find all the valuable Netherese artifacts. That's why we came here.
I believe we
I'm
have
thinking.
one. Eric, I think you have that. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Now that the crystal elemental is dead, do I still feel the pulling in my backpack? It's still like trying to get to him, or has that stopped?
No, it's the influence of the elemental, the pull between one Netherese object and another has been severed. Now, should you get it out of your backpack, it will hover just maybe an inch off your skin, not touching it, but sort of like a magnet hovering with your hand.
Mm-hmm. Eric will take it out and sort of like kind of hold it, but not really hold it. It's hovering above his hand as he shows it to everyone else and says, "I don't know why I wanted it so badly, but I just had a feeling it would have been awful if it got its hands on it."
Yes, I'm sure it
Behold.
would have been amazing.
Those of you familiar with how a drift globe behaves?
It's a drift globe.
It behaves similar to a drift globe. A little bit more inert, no daylight, but still casting light in its own right. And follows creatures and such. It is part of its property being a mithril core, enchanted as it was. Perhaps in some way a predecessor to the drift globe, having been made 1,000 years earlier. But there's so much more potential here. I'm just gonna wait for Ivan to come back to be like, oh, my quest!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Isabel's still reeling from the cold and the impact of spikes.
Yeah, and like, oh, I have a hole in the chest.
Isabel, this orb. This is something similar to what you were looking for, right? This Netherese magic.
With this, Eric, we can change all of it. We can stop the demons. We only need to reach the surface, but this is the key to our problem. The solution.
looking at it in what Isabel's saying, he says, Boz still doesn't understand a lot of this stuff with like how you guys tinker and make this. He's just questioning like, how are you gonna turn this into whatever you feel like is gonna repel the demons? I don't understand.
It's
What do you
can
hope
be used-
to accomplish with it?
reshape the surface. We can make weapons, power the cities to float, or in this case, to drill it into the demon lords. Maybe even is so strong to close it, to banish them for good. But we cannot do that here. We need proper instruments, proper ways to contain the energy, to channel it.
And you mentioned something. You mentioned something about being a part of some great house who tinkers and sells stuff, right?
Yes, that's the reason why I was in your city. Was securing some elements to create some weapons, but nothing will be similar to what we can do with this.
And these Netherese artifacts. These are going to be down here in the Underdark. And as he's pondering this together, you see he's kind of starting to put a little bit of a plan together in his head, and he's kind of using his like right hand to kind of like play with like the fur around his chin, but also kind of like stroke like the gold fangs. Suppose you might be needing more help from the Dwagar then. Gracklestick can maybe help provide more of these. As you can see, I'm capable myself. I want to put it together in better words, so maybe an RP chat, but he definitely wants to start bargaining a little bit more with this.
Certainly. Yeah. We all know the skills of the Great Dwarf. As you say, you took down that thing just now.
Not just me, mate. All of us. We all had a part to play. I'm just glad I could be of some use. See, you know, old Boz, he still uses his head from time to time. Ice, fire. Thought it made sense. But seeing the potential of this, like, artifact and how Isabella's reacting to it, he can definitely start making some money off this future deal when we get to the, when we get to the top. Like, this is a good, beginning. But the real question is, like, what else is in here? I almost want to, like, I feel like this is, like, almost like a game puzzle where it's, like, drop the entire corpse of, like, the, ice elemental, like, into the middle of the pit here, and it, like, creates a cavern down below, and then we explore the cavern, and, I don't know, some, like, Zelda shit.
You want to go under the Underdark.
I want to go, yes, I want Inception. I want to go inside the Underdark.
Congrats, you're in China.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to Car Tour.
Oh, man. But with all that, like, I don't know. I felt just something else in here. There's got to be more.
Well, do you do the thing you just said?
I mean, that'd be dope. Yeah, like, let's cut these chains up. Like, have the creature just, like, fall down, if it's elevated, like, into, like, the middle. It looks all cracked and broken right there.
Isabel, you receive inspiration for having completed one of your goals.
Hell yeah. Congrats.
Nice.
Sure.
And
Well, I'm gonna start using shadow magic and
Maybe
start popping around
can feed on one of the chains and eat it and melt it.
To one key the elemental was missing. Acid damage. Glabgul gets to it. He starts working on one shot, yeah.
I'm gonna start using shadow magic. Pounce around. Looking at the walls, seeing it's mostly ice. I don't think my masonry kit would really do much of anything because it's just coated in here. But looking for weak spots, maybe like in the ice, to where the change could be loosened to fasten the process, maybe. Because time is ticking.
Sure thing. Whatever magic was binding this creature, now that the prisoner is destroyed, has left this place, making the chains more vulnerable to your picking as such. As Glabgul works one chain, you work another, and a third remains secure by the laws of physics and how they work. The entire central mass collapses and forms a giant hole. As you need, the bottom of this appears to be hollow. Below, darkness awaits.
T-Boz is gonna start gloating again. What did I tell you? Old Boz has got it together. Twice cursed, but almost twice as smart sometimes.
Well, before we go too much further, perhaps we should patch ourselves up a bit.
Well, if you're worried about bleeding, then patch yourself up. Until then, I'm still waiting. Boz, so smart you are. I'm so glad to have you in our party. Oh, well, you're welcome. I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
All right, as he just looks around, he's gonna be like, all right, fuck me then.
You're dying first.
If I was to be able to look at my nightshade flower and everything, and I had a question about this, as it's kind of like doing like the Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. Is this an only one-time thing, or does the flower that I got from my uncle only last for one moon cycle because it's like taken with me, or is it magical to where it always does it?
Yeah, always. It blooms.
Okay.
And becomes a bud again.
Okay.
The beauty of this thing is something that you made. It's for flavor, but for what I wrote, it's a cyclical item.
Okay, I was just curious because I was like, okay, we get one chance. Next time it's just coming. You don't know what's happening. But looking at the flower, judging by the time, dealing with this before, it looks like it could be kind of soon. So I'm gonna, after I tell everyone to, praise me for my smartness. No, boss, we don't. Okay, fuck me.
Okay, fine.
Boss,
Look,
you're
Yeah,
You're a good boy.
really...
You're a good boy. You're the bestest boy that there ever was. And then I give you some scritches, get some back leg action going. Bezrek, you the best boy. Yes, you are.
you better hope you're not standing next to me when I turn. And
I didn't say stop.
I didn't say stop though. But looking around, if anyone does need healing, I will assist in any way that I can. But I have I don't think I have anything.
Can we take a short rest?
You can take a
I
long
do have
rest.
a potion of healing.
Well, I was thinking, the lock on this tower that was keeping this elemental inside of here, the magical door
Mm-hmm.
with the key. What if Bazarak simply spent the night in here and we waited outside for him and just removed the key from the door?
Wait, what?
He wants to lock me in
Oh,
here.
you want to lock him? No, I was going to suggest that we throw him in with the hooked horrors that we saw in the cave earlier, and then I just use mold earth, kind of lock them in there with him.
There's a chance, though, that
Let them fight.
things don't go so well for him.
If he thinks he's so strong, he'll come out on top, and then
Well, I
it's a
just
fucking bloodfest.
imagined that he's hungry and he needs something to eat, and I figured that he could eat them. There was eggs in there, high protein, great nutrition, amino acids, and all that. But
Um. Yeah, I just don't know what's gonna come out of the hole. Is the only question. If you guys feel like locking me up for the night,
We
but we
Once
could
we-
also just press
yeah.
on.
we will lower you
And-
down into the hole.
Well, think of it this way: if you take me with me and I turn into a murder machine,
Mhm.
at least I'm gonna try to be focused on something else.
It is at this point, after all this time talking, that you finally hear the Chardalyn-Heart elemental and the chains you cut off crash onto the bottom of whatever pit you just created.
Oh God, that's deep. It's so deep, deep, deep.
Deep, deep. Like, mind you,
don't
might
think
have
anything is
reached bottom a
coming out
while
of
ago,
there.
but like the sound traveled up for an echo.
I don't think
think we
anything's
have-
coming out of there.
The
There,
question is, how do we even get down?
down.
Oh, I
Going
do have
down
slow
is
fall.
easy. Going up, I don't think will be that.
Yeah, we're gods. We just jump.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna say yeah. Let's jump. I'll keep you safe.
I thought that at some point we were trying to head to the surface. This seems a little counterproductive to jump down a hole that deep.
Well, if that beast is down there in our goo, we're only letting it fester down there. For what that dwarves wanted to hide away, maybe. Maybe there was more to it.
Hey, Badgerak, says
Yeah.
Jimja. Bet you can get closer to the edge than I can.
How close is he?
He's like a foot off.
Alright, I get 6 inches.
You're crazy, man. He's like, he pushes off immediately. Like,
Good. I'll be okay.
I grab a small glowing orb, Tom, and just throw it to the chasm. Do
you
we see anything as it's going down?
watch it vanish past your dark vision sight into darkness. The little flicker of light vanishing to like a pinpoint. And eventually reaching bottom somewhere, and you can hear the echoing as it has met bottom. 200 feet down, maybe more. Maybe I exaggerated with a hole. It goes on for like
Okay.
3 miles. No, it's just like, it took a while to crash, and same thing with Sphere. There's a way down there. It's just, you'll need like ropes, climbing gear, probably fetch your mounts and elf outside.
No, we don't need that. We have magic. But we need something to go up, so yeah.
The only thing is, says Jimjar, and I'm not saying no to your grandiose adventurous plan. I'm more than eager to see what's down there. Who knows? But we are going off map. I don't think whoever made Ilse's map knew about this. Had Bazarak's intuition.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So whatever detour we're taking, again, I don't know how soon we're going to take to get to destination. I'm not shutting us down. I'm just stating facts. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You seem to be handling yourself just fine. You slew up whatever that thing was. Sorry I couldn't help. I was kind of,
Well, if we think nothing else is here then, and it's just a chasm
the chasm, but you can see
over
like
time.
peering in with the light that Isabel threw in. There are passages dug to the sides, if that makes sense. You count like 3 of them of varying size, and you note they're perfectly like round, as if some creature bored their way through the ice and earth.
No, thank you.
You just hear Jim just say, warm writhings.
Is it purple?
I was about to say, is it a purple worm?
Might be. What else can
Oh,
make
no.
such a hole? But they come
I
in
don't
varying
know.
sizes and shapes and colors, so.
I mean, if you want to go down, I could levitate back up with a rope and then you could climb out, but Don't see the purpose. It's a bunch of wormholes down there, right?
They might cut us time. Worms need to surface now and then to, feast on prey. So when they surface, that sort of makes a connection point with somewhere else in the Underdark. I just have no idea where they're leading.
When you say levitate back up, doesn't that spell only take you so high?
No.
Up to 20 feet.
Up to 20 feet. Wait.
Yeah.
I think it's
Wherever you land
Around.
down there, you still have a ground underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, 20 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was you could move it 20 feet per turn.
That's fly.
yeah. I think the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, here.
Yeah. Listen, last thing I want is for you to get stuck with me down in one of them tunnels.
Well, that's fun.
We don't know where they go. It's too...
Let's play
Oh, what?
maze. I'm just gonna make a maze
Yeah.
map, and you guys have to run away from Bazarak.
Hey guys, yeah. Hey, look, a minotaur. He's in the
Yeah.
labyrinth.
Yeah. We don't even need
If
to
we
go to
got
the
another,
labyrinth.
if we got another Reese item and
Mhm.
slayed this and did a couple things, then maybe we have everything that we got in here.
Some dwarf is
And
gonna
these
come back
dwarves.
here afterwards, checking her prisoner, and regrouping. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Fucking skins."
Ah, this was my one job. The
Oh,
king's gonna have my beard.
It was this guy's one job, but whatever.
Goodbye. Well then, fuck. Let's get out of here. Let's go make camp. I bet we're all fucked up and tired.
Bezarek, if you are going to turn weak and you are going to be hungry, I can just close you inside that one corridor with those hooked horrors, and you could make a meal of them. Two birds, one stone.
I don't
Not
see
so
the
much.
issue with just leaving him in here.
What's he going to eat?
Does he have to eat something?
I mean,
I don't have to
everyone
eat it.
has
It's not-
something.
It's not like I'm turning into like a zombie flesh, whatever. I just want to like rip and tear. But yeah, I eventually like might want to like rip into something.
Yes, so why not some conveniently placed monsters? Do you think they could take them?
I mean, there's always a chance, something bad happens to Bazarak.
So you'd
The,
let me in
um,
my fate, possibly get destroyed by 2, 3. Who the fuck knows how many whores in there? You take that chance.
I don't know. I mean, I thought that you were more formidable than that in your bestial form. But
Wow.
Is-
I am, mate. But I can only handle so much.
all right, fine.
It's
And
like,
there
well, if
is
you're a
also the
pussy.
possibility of hooked horrors, werewolf hooked horrors. That would be useful.
I could not control those. Holy fuck.
Useful.
They would be insane. I would just run. I'd be like, dude, we're fucked. Just get out.
Werewolf worse. Insane.
Why don't you want to keep me with you? Keep me company. What happens when I turn? I need something to focus on.
Well, that was my idea.
Count crystals. I don't know.
I don't care what you guys want to do, but time's coming. So we can make camp. Or something. You can lock me in here if you want, and I'll just go fucking nutty in here and do whatever. And then come get me in the morning. Or take me to your camp. I gave you some manacles. Help me focus the beast within. Be a friend. Don't just be like, oh yeah, just let him to his vices.
Yes.
Gizmo will encourage us to go back to the camp area where we slaughtered the gnolls. It's perhaps more secure than some of the other places. And while we're there, we can apply the manacles and manacle Bazarak in place, and then we can stand guard over him so nothing comes to get him when he's incapacitated, so to speak.
Anything beats this place. This place is cold as balls.
Yes. Well, whatever we
Pete.
do, we need to do it soon because Glabagul is cold and tired, so we must leave.
Right, so
I like that idea though, Gizmo. That place was well fortified. It had, you know.
So Gizmo will expend 1 spell slot to bring back Clank.
He's alive.
Yay.
See, not only did me and Gizmo take on a demon lord together, I'm gonna make it known. I like him the best. Because he actually wants to help me. So yeah, wherever we're gonna go make camp, fortify.
I'm
Gizmo
unfamiliar
also
with
wants
your...
to watch and take notes because he's never seen this before.
There you go.
I'm unfamiliar with your curse. How exactly would any of us help you?
Well, one, you're gonna protect me in a way and keep me restrained and in one place. Because if I just get let out, there's a chance that I could just take on something way too big and die, and then I can't help you guys. And then therefore, you're also gonna lose.
That would be a really cool thing for me to do as a DM.
Yeah, but I was about to say, I would also, you guys would lose notoriety with Grapplestick though too.
Only
I am its emissary.
We need to keep him safe from hurting us and safe from getting hurt while he's tied up.
But Buzz goes against 3 Popol Worms by himself.
Jesus Christ. Dude, if I came out on top, if I started riding them, I want you guys to bow down to me and be like, Basan al-Ghalib! Basan al-Ghalib!
I was thinking that.
Basan al-Ghalib!
And if we leave you in here, there's a chance that
I turn into a popsicle.
in your out of control state, you just jump into the hole or something.
Well, no, I don't
Sure,
want to do
maybe.
it. That's why I was
Still
actually
think we
gonna
should just
do.
let
I
him
was
eat
gonna
the
have you guys
hook
lock him in
tours.
here and come back to him like hands bloody and a purple worm at his feet. But no, I don't want to do it.
I still think we should
Christ,
just let him
dudes.
eat we should just let him eat the hooked horrors. I think that like we can be outside if it sounds like things. If we hear like a dog whimpering, we can like bust down the wall and go in and help him.
Even if he successfully takes care of the hook horrors, that fight's not going to last more than a couple of minutes, and then we still have to deal with a
rest of
werewolf
the
for the
night.
rest of the night.
Yeah, but even then, he's gonna spend some time eating. You know,
I'm gonna
Are
rip
you
it
going to
apart. and I'm
restrain
gonna
him afterwards?
stuff it. Yeah.
I can
Make him restrained.
I can use suggestion and
You know?
tell him that he's gonna be a good boy.
Knowing that it's probably going to be my muscle that has to restrain him if he gets out of control, I veto that idea.
I mean, I can also
Buzz-
use levitate
I
for 10
cast.
minutes.
Buzz is feeling
I cast.
how the elf were feeling before.
I cast suggestion on Bazrak. Tell him he's a good boy. Bazrak be like, I hope it doesn't awaken anything in me.
I like how if I was like a person on drugs, you're like, oh yeah, just lock him in a room and just let him fucking deal with his
You let him
demons and
sweat it out.
everything. It's like
That's like the
Guys.
plot to train
Literally
comics.
treating him like a
yeah.
you guys are treating me like the worst patient.
That's like how do they deal with addicts sometimes?
Just
you
cold
know,
turkey it.
There's a fucking cold turkey, like in that movie, what, Train Spotting? He's just sitting in the room, just sweating and dying.
yeah.
God. You know, we've been through a lot, guys. I thought you guys might want to hold my hand or just be like, Boz, concentrate on my voice. Don't give in. Words of encouragement. Nah, just fucking let him go, dude.
Checks on the
Just
cave
let him
in the
go
morning.
shoot up heroin.
Buzz, you still being a little bitch, or
Alright, well, I'm heading out of the room, so if no one's
By
gonna
the way,
stop me
guys,
and
I
lock
don't know
me
what
in
your
here.
plan is. Sealing him in the cave. There was no like door to the cave, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Not sealing
Yeah.
him, and we're going to be staying with him.
Oh, okay.
Just like throwing him in there and hoping for the best, basically.
Oh no, I was gonna use mold earth like several times to like close off the hallway and like leave him in there. So when he turns, he just tears the shit out of the hooked horrors, and then get something to eat. Gets it all out of his system. That's my idea. But if you guys want to try to restrain him, I figured it'd be better if he got it out of his system and actually like killed something and ate it, rather than just like being chained up.
I'm basically just at your mercy until I turn. But when I do, I mean, who knows now? Time's coming.
So what do you guys do?
Okay,
Right.
I suppose we'll go find just a warm, safe place to make camp and deal with this shit.
Yeah, God
I like-
forbid it's a warm, comforting place.
I like Gizmo's idea because the Knoll Camp, even though it's kind of gross, it does have like a lot of defenses. Like there's a lot of like barricades and ramparts that are set up in that area. So like kind of like a fort on its own.
Cool. You venture out.
And I will have Clank carry the body of the dead gnome druid that we found because we did promise we were going to return her.
Cheap Joe appreciates that. 100%. So out we venture. You wish to set up camp outside the lighthouse?
The Netherese artifact, someone has that with them, right?
It's following Eric, Eric being the last person to have touched it.
Ah, okay. I'm not so sure it's a good idea for that to be within view. It might attract attention. Perhaps we could put it in the bag of holding or in someone's backpack?
Sure, we can put it on the back of holding, but I don't think many people will recognize what it is. Not many have access to Candlekeep after all.
Yeah, it took you exceptional skills to recognize it up close. From afar, it looks like just another drift globe, maybe a little frosty.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was just concerned about the magic emanating from it might attract other eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking around, and we haven't seen those kobolds in a few days, but you never know if they are still following us.
Oh.
There is easy ways to know if kobolds are around. Leave a morsel of food.
I think I can handle this problem that we seem to have. And I'm going to like pick up some like bones and frozen fragments of meat and stuff like that from the person inside. And I'm going to try to shittily make the orb look like Songbird by like trying to affix things onto it however I can. Problem solved. Yes.
You smear the Voran gore all over the orb and it sloughs off and you realize you're not an artificer and perhaps for the best.
This is a brand new drift globe that we just received. Please don't make it dirty already.
I was helping.
You should be careful. I heard stories that people disintegrate just for spending too much time near it.
Do you want to hold on to it?
Well, that's wrong, Eric. You don't want to keep it on your lap for a while? You got no dick.
No, this one needs some more attention. You should be safe.
Or sterilize self.
Orbust.
You see, that's the real power of the
Netherese. It's when it died out.
They all became sterile.
Yeah. It's actually a meteorite that got him. Wiped them all out.
So what was the call? Were we gonna try to like camp at the Knoll Camp? Is that what we're doing?
The Knoll Camp is disgusting. I would prefer we just camp out here, personally. It's not like it's any colder out here than it is in the camp.
Only when you're near the orb. Yeah.
Here is better. Like we have access. We have good view. Not many people can approach us. So.
Alright, this just approaches Batarak. I thought you died. I'm glad you didn't.
I'm still kicking, mate. Just took a little bit of a beating.
I feel Bas is telling him, like, now I know how you feel with these guys. They talk about me.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about you. You know, Aranis, I had it wrong. I had you figured wrong. You and I can be best friends now, because now we share a common bond.
Which is?
I pull him in close. Just the heavy breathing, like the breath, and just a little bit of the smoke still coming down from the potion. They don't value us. I don't think we're top earners.
You don't value
I
me?
could use your help tonight.
That sounds like killing
I'm
us,
saying-
man.
Hey, listen. I walked ahead. If you guys want to interject, come interject.
Aratha just whispers on his breath, my sister died for you guys. You don't value us?
No, it's not that, mate.
Your breath
Just
smells so bad.
Need a little bit of help.
Oh God,
I'm
please get away from me.
I'm sorry.
Just
pull him.
the breath, the age. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I can't be. Just sulfur his face.
Well, I guess, Bezarek, what do you want to do? I mean, it's... You know your own affliction. What should we do? What do you want us to do?
I'll say what we used to do, and then you guys can interpret. We would try to wear ourselves out before the night, in which we had combat, so it'll help. But we would stay locked inside the tower, and we would just have other non-Lycan dwarves lock us into rooms, and we just have to endure for the night. We were chained. Some would break free of those restraints, and then some of the dwarves had to come in and, like, you know, keep restraining us. But it's all about us trying to fight an inner battle.
Jim Jar actually adds something to this. You guys are doing a lot better than my people. The R folks, we deal with a wear problem. Otherwise, we just sort of kick them out of town. You guys actually keep yours. Curious.
That's
Keep sending
that
our
would be
way,
the
mate.
sensible solution for most civilizations.
Yes, well, I mean, if I was you, I would just make a deal with some sort of devil to keep it at bay, but... what do you suggest? What do you suggest? I mean, we could maybe put you on one of those boats down there and shove you out into the middle, and hopefully... I mean, how are your swimming skills?
And be swallowed whole by some creature of the Underdark
Okay, fair point.
in that
fair
sea.
point.
I'll stay up.
I
I'll
gave
stay
you
up tonight.
the manacles.
Yes.
I gave
okay.
you you have all of your resources and magics.
Yes.
Bind me down, but protect me. But also be wary. Like, basically just keep him in a spot, in a location that's confined or something where he just won't wreak havoc, and then just try to contain him there so I can just process all my shit and not take it out on you guys. But also, I need protection too. Because if I get loose, I'm just going to go crazy and start killing everything. But then that's not to say I couldn't get myself killed by something else out there.
Mm-hmm.
If Bazarak
Eric
was a
says,
lady, would they be like whole manacles?
What's that?
Nothing important. Go on. Ignore me. Sorry, I'll mute myself.
Okay, so
Eric?
we're gonna sit you in a corner pass with your manacles, and I'm gonna make like a wire fence of magic next to you. If you leave that spot, it's gonna sound an alarm. So we will be aware of you doing anything.
Yes. Would it be helpful if I broke all of your limbs so that you couldn't harm anyone?
He would just kind of retort back, be like, would it be okay if I bite your throat out so I never hear those kind of things again?
I'm just trying to be helpful. No need for that.
He's just getting super irritable because the time's coming. He tries to wave it off as like just, being
How
the thing
close are
taking
we? How
over
close
him.
are we?
We'll find us.
Tom, looking at the flower, like, how long?
The growing pains from within you do not let you find respite tonight. It is imminent.
Let's go
okay.
up into the cave complex. I'm sure we can find a a corner, a nook somewhere where we can secure him and protect him.
Because we should do anything else but Chuckle the werewolf.
I mean, Deepwater says I
To be
can't.
clear, we have
Like-
2 manacles. I want to shackle his hands, like behind his back by their wrists, and I want to shackle his ankles together as well, so he can't like run around.
Cool. Anything else we should do?
Are you doing that here, or are you doing that in
Cave.
the cave?
In the cave.
Okay.
So let's go inside. We don't want this out here in the open where something can attack him or he can roll off the cliff or what have you. We'll be able to shackle him to something, I think. A pillar, a post, something.
To the Glow Cave.
To the Node Cave.
Ooh, this is part of my done with maps that I have to dig back up. I guess still in the null camp on this map? I think you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
We are.
Question: Did we take a short rest after, or no?
No, you
boss.
ventured right out, but you can.
Okay.
Take a short rest now.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Your companions are setting up camp outside. You venture back into the cave. Rotting gnoll carcasses stinking out of the air. The clacking of some monster or another just beyond sight, echoing off the walls. You're back in the cave.
Baz's breathing gets like very heavy, very labored. You start to see his diaphragm like expand, contract, and his ears are kind of flicking around everywhere, and his eyes are starting to dart around. But you see that he's still trying to compose himself. Like there is still like a semblance of him that's going to stay within. He's just kind of being a little fidgety with his fingers and just trying to remember the teachings of his uncle Rourke, or Rockford.
Eric is going to begin putting the manacles on Bazarek, starting with his ankles, and then
Right here?
binding his why not here? Is there someone else you want to go?
I think we need to figure out where we're actually going to camp for the night. Like, are we going to the Knoll encampment, or are we going to go someplace else to try to ride this out?
Because remember, the horrors ran from the north down to the south down this skinny path.
The
and
hooked horrors
right
were
here at
down
the
here. Yeah,
intersection.
the hooked horrors were in this cave down here with
Yeah.
some eggs and stuff like that. So
Still hard by the sound of clicking.
Okay, let's go to the Null encampment.
So let's
despite
move
how
along
disgusting
quickly
it
now.
There you go.
And quietly.
Quietly stealthing past the cave, the Knoll encampment is on the other side of this map. You can navigate there freely. Sure thing.
Yes.
Yep,
No
go for it.
encampment.
Bazarek, I'll stay up the entire night with you. Make sure nothing goes wrong. So we have a set of eyes on you beyond just the alarm spell.
Cool. So I'm hearing shackles on the wrists, shackles on the legs to prevent dashing away. Securing to any object in no camp.
I do also have some
Oh, no.
rope. We could tie him up to one of the
That
I don't
runs
know,
away.
something.
We can shackle,
wait a minute.
shackle him
Yeah.
to the altar, you know, guys?
I mean, do you want to? Should we do the thing where we bury him up to his head? I can use mold earth and dig a hole. That would make it harder.
I mean, yeah, I never thought about that too.
Yes.
It's up
And
to you
then-
guys. I don't know. This is up to you, dudes.
Did we ever check out this end, or is this not something up here?
I'm pretty sure that you guys ventured in no camp, killed the main guy, looted the place, and went back to the lighthouse immediately after assembling the key. You did not check either hallway. The tunnels
okay.
venture forth, deeper into the Underdark. One slipping up, one slipping down.
Okay. I wasn't sure because we were on a different map at the end of the battle whether
Mhm.
this was just an artifact of this map or something.
No, it's very much part of both maps.
Okay. Well then, perhaps what we need to do is just make this as secure as we can. We had barricades and such, right? So
Yes.
Eh.
I
Bazarek,
would say that's the more defensible place and the safer.
beyond the manacles, do you want us to bury you as well? To restrain you up to your neck?
I'll leave it up to you guys. The thought of not being able to have some kind of movement would be like a little claustrophobic, but in the end, like we're making do with what we have. Like we're not back at the monastery where we have specialized, equipment and precautions. Like, we always try to come back to the tower when these nights come.
We should also consider muzzling him. We don't want a noise.
Do you have something to muzzle him with?
I suppose while he's calm, we could just tie a rope around his snout.
would it be helpful if we gave you like a leather strap to bite down on, or to put something in your mouth?
I
Muffle
appreciate
the sound.
that. I'll do the best I can and hold myself together. But yeah, he would take a little piece of wood, leather strap, something.
Anything else you wish to do before we call it a start of rest with Eric acting as first watch?
Yes. Before the rest starts, I am going to cast suggestion on him. It's like, now I want you to be receptive to this. Look me in the eyes, Bazarek. You've got this. You are in control. Not the beast within. You will comport yourself as a gentleman. Yes?
Yeah, as he's listening to your words, he's what's the word? Like pumping himself up. He's like, I'm Bazarak Goldfang, and heir to the monastery after my uncle, and I'll do him proud.
Yes.
I won't let shame come to us tonight.
Yes, and most importantly, if you do lose control, you will go find something else to tear apart. None of our friends. Do you understand?
I'll do what I can. But no promises. And just goes back to like the labored breathing. A little bit of snarling now. Like it's starting to really kind of kick in. Like it's coming.
So, for the sake of clarity and the exact way the spell works, I would like you to make your suggestion, which I assume the Bazarek was willingly failing here to be charmed by you, to limit it, please, to a sentence or two. And I will follow it to the letter.
I will say you will maintain control of yourself tonight. And if you can't, you will not harm any of our friends, any of our party. Basically implying that he should go out and find another target for his rage.
Alrighty then. With that spell taking effect, then you can feel your mind being slightly numbed to the effect of it as he makes his illithid infernal neural hybrid charm take its grasp upon you. Anything else that you guys wish to do before Eric takes his first watch?
I will be like studying the orb while Eric is doing the watch. Nothing else.
Sure. Can you familiar with its cold properties?
Yeah.
Unless you have anything specific to ask me, you do that. So, come rest. Your allies also camping nearby. I'm just thinking about our tokens for a second for my sanity. Bajrak, restrained, gagged, enchanted, battling against the abyss within. You watch your surroundings as you listen to your heartbeat. With each pulsing beat, your vision turns red at the edges. You can feel it coming. Familiar sensation. Same as it is every month. But something is different this time. Phaser's mist, this magical radiation of chaos, begins to encroach closer. You're not sure if it's a trick of the mind or something that only you see or reality, but there it is, encroaching closer, as if lured in by your suffering, and as the curse approaches its zenith, you begin to experience a vivid, waking nightmare. You find yourself standing in the heart of Grakostuch, surrounded by towering forges and flickering flames. But they begin to extinguish one by one. Darkness closes in, suffocating you. Then, from this darkness, from the ground, rise stone towers, ornamented by spider-like motifs and banisters of drow houses. You wade this twisting landscape, the shackles rattling as you shuffle through it. Familiar paths, like a distant memory, become treacherous. Shadowy manifestations of your allies loom at the edges of your visions, accusing you of being a monster. Their laughter echoes, mocking your struggle to maintain control over the beast within. Your senses sharpen, the smell in the air. It's that of blood and ash. And above the blood-red moon hangs ominously, as it does every month. This symbol of the lunar sacrament of your people, of your clan. It illuminates a battlefield where countless of Dwegar lie slain to drow blades. You are surrounded by remnants of your past, broken weapons, discarded armor, and the faded banners of your clan. The stone-cold face of your father, eyes staring upwards into nothing. Instinctively, you feel an urge to call out to your uncle, Rockfort, but only silence answers. There he lies, just ahead. Your uncle's body, broken. By a demon tide you fail to stop. Fear takes root within you, instilling a deep sense that you are destined to be abandoned, cursed to roam this scene forever. And as the thought manifests, rage takes over, and you feel yourself slip away. You feel yourself slipping away, losing control, succumbing to this primal instinct of yours, muscles bursting and razor-sharp claws forming longer, your transformation becoming more apparent. Eyes blazing with fury, you look about you. All around this Knoll war camp, shadows encroach closer, like living embodiments of your fear. Can I have Bajrak please make me that charisma saving throw?
Yes. Charisma. Fitting.
Very symbolic.
Yeah.
As you fail your check, you gain the lost control condition as I explained to you earlier. I'll just review it real quick. Already shifted, you take on this form of the monstrous half-beast, half-sentient hybrid form. And while in this form, you lose sense of all intellect, unable to cast your normal spells, to concentrate on any thought or spell, and your speech becomes reduced to short, basic guttural responses like some animal. And you feel an urge to kill, to hunt the helpless. But another part of you, a small spell cast upon you, begins to take hold. Remind you not to hunt your friends, not your allies. The spell is strong and maintains hold upon you. So you feel yourself compelled to seek something else. Something recently mentioned. Meat and blood nearby, defenseless, unaware of your prowling self. Eric, you're on watch along with Isabel, who is still studying the artifact as the rest of the party sleeps. Can I get Eric and Isabel, please rule me wisdom saving throws, DC of which is 29.
What?
It's 30 minus whatever
Why?
Bazarek rolled.
Sorry, boys.
Isabel first, and then probably, unless you roll some natural 20 with a crazy bonus, yeah, that both of you guys find yourself drifting off by the influence of his Phasris and Bajarek's natural presence. And you feel yourself gripped by fear, sharing firsthand these illusions that he's feeling the weight of Bajarek's fears and desires as they manifest. You two are frightened for the duration of this encounter. As you two see these visions manifest, sharing in his burdens and seeing him change, and you look into his eyes and he's just not there. Bajarek, take it away. This is your moment to be in the limelight. And then I'll give the two of them a chance to react to whatever it is you want to sort of embed, as this moment is yours.
Father, I see you. No. And then he's calling out to him these labored breathing, the stuttering of his voice, the guttural sounds, yelps and barks, the snarling. He's also trying to let out like these very deep like howls, but because of the leather strap and cord around the mouth and everything, it's muzzled, but it's like it just wants to escape his mouth, and it's just so ear shattering and eerie, creeping down your spine. Oh, rip, tear, Joe, no. And he starts to want to being bound and everything, he starts to creep around the manacles, the clanging of the chains, and then he calms, and then he explodes with anger and rage, and just wants to try to bind them, and he starts to work them loose, he just wants so bad to escape, calling out to his uncle, I can't, I won't, the flames crackle, I have to make it, no. And just palpable, feeling the weight of his heart just starting to reverberate almost within the room itself. I mean, shit, I'm trying to think of what else. I'm looking at the lost control to see what else.
Unfortunately, the lost control condition toward the party has been sort of nullified by a single second level spell here. But nonetheless, there is prey nearby for you to hunt should you choose to.
Oh, so yeah, he wants to. But he... Well, let me think of what I'm gonna say. I know they're close. They're close. I can smell them. No. More. And the hook horrors, thinking they're Dro, he's just implanting what he's visualizing onto them. Horrors. Spiders. Abominations. Ugh. And he just wants to just fucking let loose. And I'm going to do everything I can now to try to escape the manacles. And I think it's a strength DC 20.
20 against our manacles, each of them is being a set. As he's escaping the manacles, the two of you guys awake to see this. As it takes...
Oh! I got 1. 2!
Jesus.
Oh my gosh, he actually got out.
I really did.
Manacles.
Holy shit.
So as he snaps them, did you say we awake? Those of us who are asleep awake?
I feel bad the whole party missing this. You can choose to awake and skip out on completing your long rest and choose to awaken to the sound of shattering manacles and snarling of the beast, if you wish.
I will awaken, yes.
23,
Buzz,
22.
Buzz.
Yeah, I can't believe I got those both. Holy shit. As he just snaps them, the ones around his... Yeah, it's super thematic. As he breaks them, the ones around his feet are still there. The ones around his ankles, they're still... The chains hang loose, but they're still on him. This is very, Zavik vibes, though, too. He just takes the cord off, like, his mouth and everything, spits out the leather strap, and then just with, like, he just takes this, like, powerful stance, kind of like he's preparing to embrace something, and he just lets out the just blood-curdling howl, like, as loud as he can.
Tonight, I will feast. I will have blood. You will die.
And I am just gonna go fucking ape shit. And whatever which way we came in to the northeast, I'm just gonna start
Gizmo's
booking it
gonna
for the
pull
ramp.
out the horn of Black Skull Valor and blow it, hoping to bring Baz out of all of this.
It will break you out of a frightening condition, rallying you and your allies as you invoke the rune. But Badrak is not affected by fear right now. He's affected by his curse. But those of you guys who are feared, by blowing the horn and invoking the rune, you'll rally them.
You know,
Alright, I'm gonna take one of the barrels and I'm just gonna throw it at one of your guys' feet to just topple you. Realizing what you guys said and the spell still holding. Actually, I'm trying to see if I would decipher. No, you know what? It is what it is. Realizing that you're starting to form as like other Dwagar, other Lycan, in my opinion, and I reach out and I call you by your names, and I'm just reeling at just hoping you will join me in this hunt, and as I'm relishing in this, I'm just I'm calling out to Malar.
Malar, guide me in my hunt. Let me spill blood tonight. Make it so.
And I'm gonna take one of the barrels and I'm just gonna huck it aside, and I'm gonna start just booking it up the ladder or the catwalk, and I'm gonna start.
The dog is loose.
Just going to start going with my senses, and I'm gonna start using my perception to smell, listen, and everything for those hook horrors that I think are drow.
And Gizmo is going to shout out to the rest of his companions, "Don't hurt him. Stick with him, but don't hurt him."
Following a sleepwalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wake him up, he'll be super pissed.
well, getting a second to regain my posture, I grab something that looks a bit like a grenade and throw it to Buzz Fitz.
What?
Sorry, it's just funny. Buzz, you get eaten by like a lightning bolt, something like that. A small shock. It's not strong enough to kill you, but you feel like the ground is getting farther from you. The ceiling is calling you. I'm casting levitate on you.
T-Bow, it's like wolf levitating across the caverns.
Yeah.
Coming for
Wait,
you.
is this gonna be like the Looney Tunes thing where like he smells something that smells good and he floats towards it? Like,
Oh yeah.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw and remove 1d4 from it, please?
Con minus 1d4.
Yes.
This is this is not how I thought this encounter was gonna go.
Slash 1d. Oh, hold on.
Oh my god, man! Can you stop
No. Hold on, I have to take a D4, so we'll see.
It's
Yeah.
still gonna be
my-
16. You're still gonna make
You
it.
roll a 4, it's still going to be a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
so never
man.
mind. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's. Hmm.
Oh no!
Fuck, I hate you.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You roll a
Just for
d44.
Yeah, sorry, I misclicked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 16 I make.
You may follow the hook or stank smell to their lair should you wish to hunt them.
Fuck yeah.
Rally to me.
And I am fucking booking it. Pew 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 pew.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
shout to the tunnels like if that's what the Goldfangs are all about losing themselves. Trying to taunt you in some way.
Somehow, Clank beats you all the way there. He's already around the corner. Bat. All right. Alrighty, dude. Are you like this is your character? This is you're on the hunt. You're prowling. You can use stealth if you want to, being a sort of apex predator here. Or do you want to just go all in?
I'm. I don't know how to explain this because it kind of contradicts each other. Like you're moving fast, but trying to stay stealthy. Like
Yep.
so maybe like stealth with disadvantage then.
No, just stealth. You can move fast,
Okay.
stealthily.
Yeah, like I'm just moving fast until it gets super close, and then I'm just gonna be like, okay, like a tiger, like just waiting in the tall grass, like
It's
waiting to pounce.
the rule dictates how stealthy you are compared to the creature's perceptions, and that's why you rule it, right? So if you
Yeah.
fail this check, we could be like, well, you moved a little bit too fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna move through the shadows and everything.
You don't hear much of the clicking anymore, as you realize you've caught creatures most likely slumbering at this time. Five versus a passive perception of 13, even with disadvantage penalty of -5 because you're asleep. Your sprinting wakes them, and you hear like a very distant like. On the walls, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Fuck it, we
awaken
go.
them.
We ball.
We ball. So as you turn a corner, you see a large-ish cavern of stone with a ledge at the very far back, upon which, over yonder, if you look, there is a nest, quite large, bigger than you are, with 4 eggs within. A matriarch is sort of in a defensive position with her hook hands to either side protecting the nest, snarling at you. One beast protecting the other, facing off the other. Roll me perception check.
Yeah. Perception. 10.
10 -5. Still getting into position. You spot another one attempting to ambush you, but does not land a surprise round on you, as it is up here, maybe 10 feet off the ground, climbing up, still climbing it, but it doesn't reach position. Turns around to snarl at you. Can I have Badrick roll initiative, and as the party catches up, have them roll initiative, and you guys can place yourself wherever you would be as this quick encounter happens. May the hunt be in your favor.
Praise Malar.
Praise Millar.
I like my spot. I feel like you run like 70 per round, something like that, Nick.
No.
If I dash, it's 40, 80, 90 around.
Important thing to note, outside of those of you who were on watch, the sorcerer and the shorter artificer, you guys are not wearing armor if you want to benefit from your long rest. Can't really sleep in heavy armor, so unless you're wearing something like I don't think, can you sleep in light armor? I think it's any armor.
In in leather armor, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Okay,
Another you can.
that makes sense. Just take that into account.
Ismo had a breastplate on, so I'm not sure how that.
Breastplate is heavy armor, so we are.
No, it's medium.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we don't benefit from long rest if we sleep with it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Very thematic to it. Bazarite Goldfang is at the top of initiative as you spot the foe to your left.
Yep, I'm just immediately gonna go for it, and I'm gonna move 5 feet over here, and seeing the one just kind of creeping in the shadows, and I can't concentrate on any spells, so that's okay. Oh, going way back in time, real quick. I know I said I dropped my pistol back in the ice layer. I'm just gonna say I picked it up and I put it in my pocket, just for clarity's sake.
It's fine.
I just saw it. Okay, but I'm not gonna use it. Anyways,
Up to you.
I'm gonna use two of the razor attacks, and these are gonna be at normal. Oh wait, I don't have bless. That's just an 18. Sorry, let me turn that off.
18 lands past its natural armor. Tightness as it is, you. Yep.
16.
Both hit.
Cool. So that one does 8. That one does 6. So that does 14, but I'm also going to, oh, I have to use a bite attack as my bonus action.
I said
Bonus
have to. The whole point was
action.
against your party. You can do what you want, man. Go
Okay.
all out if you want.
Well,
yeah.
they look a little meatier, so
Mhm.
I want to go for like just whittle them down first. So then let's just use a key point, and we will do a Fury of Blows. Now I'm just going for like just bludgeoning attacks, just trying to smash their face in. 24 and 11, and for an extra 5 bludgeoning. So 19
Lacerates.
damage total to that one.
As it cries out. We have Eric to follow.
Just hear a shit ton
Eric
of
is gonna-
barking and snarling.
Mm-hmm.
Just moves on following Bazrak with Dawnbringer out. Man, this map specifically, I think, really fucked up my computer.
Here, I'm gonna remove something from the map. Maybe
He's
it'll
gonna
make it better.
But essentially, he's going to dash to follow Bazarek, but he's not going to follow into combat. He's gonna remain on like the outside. He's going to like be at like the entrance of where the combat is taking place, and sort of just watch for a minute.
No problem. Bear with me here. I'm looking at the wrong sheet open here, so just bear with me here. Hook, horror, scroll servants, where are my matriarch? That is very sad. I will just improvise it until I find it on my offering. Alright, so the first of the hook horrors charges forth away from her nest and leaps onto Badarak. Badarak, can you make me a dexterity saving throw as it leaps with its full weight, trying to pin you against the wall?
Yes, I can. Dexterity. 13?
13. You are dropped prone as the hook horror flashes at you with advantage 16.
Hold on. You know what? I'll use inspiration on that.
Yeah, sure.
I want to be strong boy. Let's just do one more.
Facing off a piece of
18.
bigger than you, nonetheless, you hold your ground and just catch the two hooks in your claws as they scrape against bone-like chitin. 15 and 8 to hit.
15,
not-
8, nope.
Do
Both
not
fail.
pierce through your flesh, as Self is giving a turn.
Ooh. I looked at it like, yes, excellent, good job. I'm going to, which one did he take a swipe at? This
The
one
left
down here?
one. Yeah, the
Okay,
left.
Yep. The one, in that case, I'll respect the 1v1, and I will cast Hex on this one over here and give it a couple blasts. So, let me click that. 17 and a 19.
Both hit. These are unarmored beasts relying only on their chitinous flesh to shield them. Both blasts pierce through for 14, 13, and plus 6. 14, 13. This is giving me Javik vibes.
Yeah.
As you bloody the matriarch.
I turn around and look back to everyone. It's like, it's glorious. You should really take a look. It's quite marvelous.
Isabel?
Okay. Yeah, I close my shit. I cannot open it. Okay, it's open.
Yeah, I found my sheet.
Perhaps we let the werewolf tire itself out a bit before we intervene.
But what if I die?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, he can always die. So another
Let him mix
grenade.
When it looks tired, we jump in.
Another grenade looks passed next to you, Bass. So I landed here. So
Can I let them know, since I went in here before, if I see them about to toss
Nah.
it, can I let them know it's like, there are a bunch of eggs in there. I don't know if they're valuable or not, but that would probably break them.
3 through the floor.
Wait, take it back. Take it back. Okay, I'll reconsider that, and I'll just shoot a firebolt then. 22 to hit to the one to the left. 12 fire damage.
Singes the creature as it reels back, screaming out in pain. It's too is singed and bloodied. Weak prey, but good meat. Alright, the hooker makes a pounce attack against Gold Fang. As it pounces at you, go ahead and make me that strength saving throw. I apologize, it is strength, not dexterity.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I just didn't have the sheet open at the time.
18.
Holding your ground, being a badass nonetheless. It's just gonna go ahead and swing at you with its lacerating claws. One of them misses altogether, sort of scraping the stone above your head and making a deep laceration in the stone, sparking in the darkness for a moment. The other one hits for 19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
It's a total of 9 piercing damage, and it causes a bleeding wound, which you pay very little heed to, but nonetheless. Go ahead and make me a... what is it? You are pushed back 10 feet by the attack, and you have a lacerating wound above your chest. Yeah, that's every turn you're bleeding. Okay. This is a stacking effect. Meaning that if it causes more...
But I don't take any...
No, not immediately.
damage
You just
currently right
take
now.
9 piercing damage from the initial attack, and the bleed is just stacking. It's a condition that keeps stacking
Gotcha.
until you heal, essentially. Alrighty then. I wish I could put a number on that blood drop. Doesn't let me do numbers. Oh well, Gizmo.
I can put it in the blue bubble.
Sure. Can you put 2 in a blue bubble? Because it's a stacking
Yeah.
damage thing. And this one that just attacked is going to go ahead and sort of begin climbing over yonder. Just sort of repositioning. Gizmo.
So I'm going to make my way up to this point, and I am going to fire off one shot with my crossbow at the hook horror in front of me.
Aiming at the soft spots of his eyes or his nostrils or any other open wound, you aim for the heart. 21 hits. And I'm yet to see you roll below 20, man. It's something else. There it is, finally. 21 hits nonetheless.
So the 9 piercing damage, I'm assuming it's still up.
It's still up, yes. Wounded, reeling, but still up.
Then I will take the second shot.
I love it how it's languages, hook horror. They have their own language. That's cute.
Yeah.
25 hits. Jesus, what's your bonus, man? +8. That's insane.
Oh.
7 damage.
And bonus action, I will order Clank to go up there and defend. And
Like a little sigh. Like,
He's like,
"Ah,
again?
again. Just gets fucking pummeled.
Just like with sad beep boops, he's like, yes, master.
Yes. Stop it
I
around.
don't know why it just kind of bounces around on me. This map. There we go. He wants to be up there, and that's it. That's my turn.
Stop it
So I'm
around.
definitely
You,
gonna-
you get hit by 2 damage from bleed.
Okay. Then I will do that right now. 35,
Mhm.
33. Okay. As I'm doing that, we're still going all out. We're going to do another 2 razor attacks. These are just normal. Ooh, an 11, but an 18. And you know what? Because I think we're going against Drow and everything, I want to stay up in the battle, so I'm going to use another Grasp of Avarice. So that's slash roll 1d6
Hey, Nick.
plus...
What was the name of the drow
Yes.
killed your father?
Ooh, good question. Let me get a good Drow name.
Because you know her face.
Worked up. Yeah, but I don't know any good Drow names off the top of my head.
That's alright. I'm just establishing canon here.
Fuck. No. I like that though. Let's use that. I'm gonna use that on top. So that's gonna be the 18 hits. So it's 7 plus 5. 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 12 damage. Does that do it for the creature?
Well, I'll let you know when it does for a creature, but nonetheless, a drow
Okay.
makeshift hook horror reels back from your blows, bleeding just as much as you are. Yeah.
So as I have the Grasp of Avarice, like just clawing into it, you just kind of see like the blood just kind of just like pool around the hands. It just kind of like just goes in through like the tips of everything, and you just kind of see like this little heightened like little like blood aura to kind of just wreathe off him, and he just
Sick.
is just getting healed off this. Then you know what? Fuck it, we're going all out, baby. Another key point, and we're going for unarmed strike. 14
Anything
and a
above
16.
16 hits.
Okay. For 9 bludgeoning on top of that.
As you crack the carapace at center, the creature before you takes a knee. It's on its last fighting legs. Nothing much of a fighting speed left behind it but panic and sheer survival instinct. And in a very satisfying way, through your visions, through your nightmare, you can see her face bleeding at your mercy. Revenge at last. Just like as it is every month. The same night, the same hunt.
Hell yeah.
Eric,
Um,
unless you have
yeah,
anything
that's
else.
everything I got. Nope, that's everything.
Eric, still nervous about this whole werewolf situation. Is creeping forward, and he has the Unbreaker in his hands, gripped tightly with both his hands, as he's watching Bazarak fucking up these hook whores. And he's gonna just hold his action to run in and help if it looks like Bazarak is about if it looks like Bazarak is about to collapse.
Cool. If that's all you're doing, then in a last effort to lash out at Bazarak, it's going to be a second throw as it pounces upon you with 2 serrated hook attacks. And if you hold your ground, it's going to be 11 and 19. It's going to be this anyways. As Clank poses disadvantage on my roll that hit, it's a 17 strike. You
I
have
have
a
18 armor.
shield brother right next to you, giving self the initiative.
I'm gonna roll out from around the corner with some Eldritch Blast charged up, and then look at it. It's like, well, just let him get it out of the system. And I'd sit back and watch.
Okay, Isabel.
I'm muted. I'm not watching. I really think boss can die. You know, like it only takes like a stab to the heart and that's it. So I'm helping.
I'm helping. Here's a grenade.
So yeah, I aim and there are just too many targets in the middle. I cannot have a clear shot.
Alas.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So my hook horror is gonna go ahead with a special attack that it kept just up its sleeve as it leaps forth and pounces onto Bazarak. He just fucking dies. Just kidding. Acting to defend its clutch to death, the parent will leap forth. I'm just gonna bully Clank because he's being a little shit. I have 10-foot reach with serrated hook attack against Clank as it pounces on you. Ooh. 16-15.
Both will hit.
Both will hit Clank as Gizmo takes the initiative. Clank bleeds oil.
10, is that what the damage was?
If both hit, it's gonna be a total of 20 piercing damage.
Oh, okay, great.
And
So
4
far.
bleed, but you know, we'll see if that matters.
20, okay, great. Right, and Gizmo will let's see here. Yeah, he's gonna
You got this, buddy. I believe in you, Bazzer.
yeah, I believe in him too.
I feel like whoever said it's like, oh, he could die. It's like, what do you mean he could die? You mean like if they have like a garlic coated silver bullet or something, right? He's immortal, right? That's
Dude, what if he just whipped
He's
out a
not-
silver gun right now? Just fucking blasted me.
They're miners, you know, and these mines are all silver. Their claws are full of it.
So Gizmo's going to creep up behind Clank and reach out and touch him and cast Mending. So he's gonna let Bazarak
Mending?
have his shot.
Mending is a minute.
It's a minute casting time.
you do have you can use your bonus action to use as repair though. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
bonus
yeah.
action.
That's the better use of the thing. I'll use the bonus. I'll have him do his repair action, and I will hold an attack action if it looks like if Bazarak goes down. I will fire at the attack.
The limelight is yours, Bazarak.
Okay. I'm going to just bonus, like, shadow step behind here.
Nothing person could.
Is it like, are we just RPing at this point, or are we still going in with initiative?
I don't see you dying to this.
I don't either.
How do you want to do this?
Unless they whip. Cool. I'm just going to shadow step behind, and then as I, like, grapple the priest, what I think is, like, you know, my father's killer, holding it up high, and then just yelling into its face, snarling, bleeding, just eyes almost glowing red at this point with just pure, just bloodlust. Ooh, you and your daughter, they won't be safe from us. The Bloodfangs will live on. And, Loth cannot hear your screams. She is not with you. She has left you. Fitting. And he just starts, like, just almost like just howling and just cackling like a hyena. And it just becomes just so almost disturbing to the point where it's just obsession at this. And then he is just like clutching it, and then he just like snaps the neck of the monster, thinking it's the throat of a priestess, and just starts taking the other claw, and it's just starting to just rip chunks out until it's just like a torso up top. Just the same thing with both of them almost.
In the gore, in the mulch, staring at it, you can see a pattern form, a drow's facial features mocking, and through that viscera, the lips part like an open wound and mouth the taunting words. He would have lived if you were there. Just lacerates that away. You are left in the aftermath with 2 bloodied corpses and a panting Bazrak Goldfang. As I don't see a reason of us carrying this very easy encounter. Beasts at your mercy. Panting away, there are only 4 other preys remaining here in this room. In the nest, 4 eggs, a quiver.
Oh man, this might be fucked up. But you're gonna learn just how much the hate runs between the Dwagar and the Drow.
If we're out of initiative, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion. I know you can't do creatures, but I would try to make Clank look as much like a Drow princess as possible.
A drow? Poor Clank!
Yeah, he's not.
Dude, he doesn't respect the work of this hard-working Italian deep gnome.
Poor Clank!
Gizmo, are you gonna stand for this?
Okay, it's for Bezrak.
Counterspell.
So Clank is in drag.
Counterspell minor illusion.
The drag.
And I'm going to point my crossbow at Self, and I'm going to say, "Drop it now."
Concentration. I
It's so
can't drop
funny.
it. Just leave it. Let him get it out of his system. It'll be okay.
Drop it now.
I take the dodge action.
What fucking chaos. In the background, the world just munching on drow eggs or whatever.
Okay,
These two
he
are
doesn't
fighting
see it. He's going after the
between
drow egg. He's going after the eggs.
I don't know.
Well, no.
What
If
is
you're
Nick doing?
turning the priestess or Clank into a priestess, then I'm definitely just gonna like stop, turn around, and be like, one more.
How pretty is she?
Yeah. How purdy is she?
I mean, it looks like a cross between a barrel and a drow. So you know, whatever.
Close
you
enough. I don't care.
Hey, yo,
Nope.
she's thick. Anyways, it's getting late. I'm getting loopy.
Yeah. To be honest, I do have to wrap it up here tonight, like early, because we have to wake up super early tomorrow. and
No,
go
I'm
on to
loving
site.
this. We can wrap it up.
But no, I am too. No, I am too, though. It's fucking funny. But I would be
yeah.
able to roleplay like so much heavier when I get back into my own house and everything.
Sounds good. I mean, like, we can also just say, like, the night is spent with Clank being the bestest of decoys as we kite Bazrak till he tires out, and you guys spare 4.
Just runs around.
I mean, like, it's
I was
just-
actually.
It's funny.
Yeah. I was actually. Yeah, just tie a piece of flesh to him, like it's like a. Like you tie like a piece of like a carrot to like a stick and like hold it in front of the horse.
Oh yeah.
I got something for this.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Just
you go.
a Benny Hill.
It's just that.
Yeah,
for-
exactly.
Just that.
I was gonna
resume.
say-
This is not how I thought it was gonna go, but I'm glad it did.
Yeah. I was gonna think the eggs were like drow babies. It'd just be like, all
I was
right,
gonna
time
stop
to
you.
eviscerate.
I'll be
I know.
real with you. I was gonna be like, nah.
I know.
Nah. Too dark. Even for this campaign, too dark. Listen, we only kill babies in Krivstrad. And only once.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's
That's
plot.
true.
Yeah. No. That's
Babies.
yeah. So, but to wrap it up, if we're okay with how this outcome has resolved, when you finally awaken with these senses of Malar be praised, it's the worst nightmare. You awaken with blood on your hands, and you look around in panic, counting your party members. But by some miracle, they're all still alive. Not so much the hooker matriarchs over here. The party can decide what they want to do with the eggs. Leave them here, take them with them. Up to you guys. I will let you guys know that yes, you can raise a hook horror. I actually have a table and everything for that if you guys are interested. Or you can sell them. They are sellable for be it food or collectors, all that. But that's something we can decide in the next session when we have fresher minds. And yeah, and you guys have a new magic item, and we'll pick up the journey from here as you guys decide whether we want to adventure with the map path directly to Blingstone, or we want to take that cavern system below the lighthouse, whatever you decide. The warm writhings, as Jim Jar calls them.
Yeah. I'm up for taking just the road.
Sounds good. It's less of a roll of the dice for sure, because you know exactly how many days it will take you to undertake your journey. I will do something very interesting here. This is something that would have happened in the chaos of this all. Sometime from the Knoll camp to you running through the caverns, to you hunting this prey in the blur of violence, hidden by the darkness of the cavern, but only now just discovered by the party as you head out, under the light of Dawnbringer. Lacerated by Bajarak, just as drive-by laceration, is a drow scout. Real one.
Oh no.
Hinting that the rest of the party is a mere days, no more away. You have spent so much time here, or I think it was 2 whole rests worths, or almost, that they have caught up to you. But we'll handle that next session.
We did take a long rest though in the
we can.
in the Knoll encampment. Okay,
we can definitely pick up from a long rest at this point for sure.
Do I just take 1 exhaustion, or do I just not benefit at all?
Roll me cons. If you decide not to long rest afterwards, because you want to save on time, roll me con save. The DC is 10, and it increases by 1 for each day you just don't sleep. Your body might be able to take it, but if you fail the check, then you gain exhaustion.
Yeah. Staying up all fucking night, causing chaos.
Yeah.
Constitution. 3, I'm cursed.
It's very thematic. Yeah.
It is.
So yeah, you gain 1 level of exhaustion for the next coming day.
Okay. Okay, good. I have that annotated.
Cool. Could have been worse. Glad you
There
get
were
stuck.
4 eggs were in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, to clarify our plan for the next session, do we want to check the tunnels, or we continue to Blinkstone?
I say we go to
think we're gonna
Stone on the path.
Okay. I took also Ginger's suggestion. Not hard. Or no,
Yeah.
at least.
It's only
And we're
facts.
going to try to return the dead druid to her order in Blingdenstone. So
Yeah.
Gizmo will have tried to kind of wrap the body and let Clank carry it.
To be fair, you have means of resurrecting this corpse.
Yes. No, it's not a
True.
minute.
Oh no, that's true. Yeah, revivify.
Yeah.
It has to be
right?
immediately after. Yeah.
Is it a revivify I gave you guys, or is it the...
Yeah, you gave us revivify.
Yeah, it's revivify. Has to be within 1 minute of death.
Fair enough.
Unless, it was gentle repose for some reason.
Oh. This was really fun. I'm glad my computer, because when we were on that ice map, oh man, it was chugging.
Yeah. Because I had cover and everything, and
Yeah.
I tried not to go
I
too
thought it was
heavy
just
with
maybe
that, yeah.
Yeah.
The ice map was fine for me, but when we went back to
Wow.
the null map, that's when my laptop was like, ah, shit.
Oh, see,
No,
mine was fine
I'm
for the.
struggling.
We should
That's
be
funny
so
because
happy
I was fine.
that your computer got fixed, or we found the issue. It's with you, Lorian.
You're the issue.
I am the issue.
I mean,
Why be part of the issue when you can be the whole issue?
you might want to try
Exactly.
running Discord on your phone if you're really having all these problems on the computer. Maybe at least as a last case, or last resort.
I thought about it, but the audio would just be so bad if I wasn't using the microphone. And it's the audio is already kind of just subpar for me.
Yeah, true.
That is
What-
true, unless you have a
what-
nicer mic that you can use.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. The boss battle was cool, and
Yeah.
Glad.
get to have a little bit of a spotlight and just go fucking ape shit.
Ape shit.
What would have, out of curiosity, what would have happened if he had gotten the drift globe? Would it just free him from the chains, or why was he pulling it?
Bankai.
Oh, he's talking about the elemental.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it was just a lure.
It was a lure. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I don't think it was. I mean, the drift glow has been with him there for years, so why set himself free?
if you're
now?
curious about behind the scenes, I was gonna have it zoom into his chest and be the core that was blasting and stuff, and then you loot it from the monster afterwards. But you end up rolling 27, and you really, really, really wanted to like grab it and drag it. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can have it. You know,
I thought it was important. Like, I thought maybe like if he had gotten a
is.
hold of it, like he'd be unrestrained from the chains or some shit and just start running around.
You know what? Yeah, good thing you rolled 27, because if you got a hold of it and it was in his core, he would actually have infinite THP and infinite AC, and his fight will be yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Nether is again.
Infinite HP and infinite HP. Exactly.
Yeah.
Castrating people and giving infinite HP.
Beam
That's
of
the thing.
castration.
And then the next session would have begun with all of us naked and tied up in a slave pen.
Mm.
Oh no!
we just
not
restart
again.
the campaign again.
It was all a dream.
Oh
It's just
no!
a fever dream.
Welcome to
I never
Barovia.
escaped.
Well, to be honest, I thought the lighthouse was gonna be a little bit more Inception-like, more dream-like. I was not expecting this.
But that's weird. That'll be.
I don't know, man. I mean, look at these lights, okay? They are hypnotic. It was going back to self-chip, something like that.
Hypnotic, yeah, illusions and all that, yeah, but like plane shifting, I'm trying not to walk the line of like you could just escape the Underdark by triggering enough phase risks, you know. You know, chaos, raining, and lycanthropy mixing. I want to give something out of Bazarak's background and memories resurfacing, especially at this time of vulnerability. And then I want him to fight you guys, but I guess I don't get what I want, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually kind of hoping. I thought I was actually gonna be rolling that charisma save and everything during the battle.
Yeah,
but
man,
that would just
me
that
too.
could have been super bad though.
But here's the thing, Nick. Not only is that redundant and annoying to track off,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
it's also my players are telling me, or at least one of my players is telling me, I want to cast my spell at second level so that this does not happen. And me finding ways for it to happen anyway is kind of like countering the yes and rule. I hear what my players want, or apparently making it, you know, apparent what they want, and I go with it. If my players say we don't want to fight one of our own, we really don't find that fun, I'm not going to enforce it, you know? That's really the bottom line.
I think it turned out well, though. We got some eggs.
Yeah, but don't you guys want to be lichens though? Look how powerful you can be.
Yes, I'm gonna like collect all of like the soul STDs. I have I have a demon pact. I have a illithid in my skull. All I need is like lycanthropy and like gonorrhea.
Yeah, dude, you got it all.
And you know, like you're going for the Avi thing with Genun, with the heart. So yeah, it's compromise.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Like,
I think
at the end, go for it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh no. At the end, like we win the campaign because they kill each other. Like all the owners of his soul, like they fight for it.
They fight a custody battle over his soul.
Custody battle. I think once I get home out of town, we drive back Friday morning. And then Saturday my girlfriend and I are doing like an Alzheimer's like awareness, like 5 10K walk or something. I have a bunch of stuff I do want to put into the role play, like definitely with Isabel, because now that you have a Netherese item, it's like, okay, you're going to harness this into something powerful that you said you were working on before, being able to teleport. Well, if you're able to harness that, I can make a profit off that, and we can bring that to, the Underdark, start transporting goods, people, all that. Mainly people.
Isabel be like, what if we made the Underdark the Upper Dark?
We could.
You know how to do with
that's
Netherese cities?
That's definitely one.
Just take the Underdark and put it somewhere else.
No,
In the sky.
I like it.
Yeah.
But that's
Problem
definitely something
solved.
I want to touch on.
I mean, you should probably ask Ivan what he wants his character to do with this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Because Ivan told me,
It'd
I
be
was
so fucking
like,
funny.
you're gonna be next Karsus.
Yes. Like, I have an idea of the pillow or the ending for her.
Mr.
Oh,
comes
let's see.
down, says no, just lick my balls, waves her hand, you just explode. No.
No.
Not again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. is nice. When she asks you to kill yourself.
See, this... Your ex is looking for you. She wants you to kill yourself. Fucking Baldur's Gate 3. Anyways.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's so good. This boss fight felt to me a lot better than last session. This guy
It was.
I designed him CR12, guys.
There was
That's what I have to throw at you guys to be a challenge. That just goes toward like a conversation we had on Discord not long ago about different groups being different and just running modules as written versus putting work in as a DM, depending on what group you have. This would TPK my at a table group or of newbies. You guys are hyper optimized and smart about it and all that, right? Glabagoo almost ate it. In this fight.
Man, I'm so happy. Like my choice was summon the elemental on the left side where I have cover, or do it on the right side to save Glabs. I'm happy he survived. If not, I was gonna I waste my spell and he died either way.
Yeah. My only gripe is like, how do you handle a hostile but might attack elemental? At that point, again, I sat down and was like, what do my players want? Do they want more battle for like no actual plot reason? Or do we just move on? Like, elemental's not gonna self-destruct out of rage. It wants to go home. Or flies out of here. I was just like not sure what to do at that point. I was like, this is awkward.
Cousin, is that you?
It's in the middle of combat while the boss is still alive, and yeah, sure, it's an extra challenge, but once the boss is dead, it's like, main thing happened. Moving on. Nobody wants to die to an after boss minion.
Yeah. Well, I'm super happy with how everything went. It was fun.
Cool.
I definitely want to work on a couple things. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get going because where I'm playing is right next to my roommate's, my coworker's door for his room.
Yep.
So I don't want to keep him up or anything. But yeah. Message me if you guys want to do anything or RP or something.
Jackbox.
Do what?
We should play Jackbox. I asked my friends to play Jackbox with you, and they canceled on me. Wah.
Wario.
Yeah. Alright, if nobody else has any questions about this session, I'm gonna cut recording here.
Should be good.
No, all good.
I think I'm okay right now.